everybody. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is a new arc, part 2 of the campaign, so to speak. Realm of the Chaos King. Okay. So, you travel for a large portion of the day. You notice now, as you travel for a bit longer, that there were no people waiting on the other side of the gate, which is extremely curious considering the knowledge that you have all come across. You would think refugees would be spewing or attempting to spew into the Central Realms. However, as you travel a bit more, there appears to be another barricade up ahead. Rows of elven soldiers, mainly Teldorai, lining the space ahead of you, far past the road to the left and to the right, with small checkpoints in between them in the form of magically created twisting tree towers that stretch up about 30 feet into the air. Their forms are similar to a hollowed-out tree, and the tops are that of an open guard tower with around 4 High Elven soldiers sat within their forms. You see patrols traversing in between them, groups of around 5. Looking in all different directions and accompanied by what looked to be the same wax golems you saw deep underneath the city of Tiliamondelitas, within the prison you spent your days within. You see their wicks burning brightly, serving as a method of illumination within the darker parts of the space and highlighting the foliage from all around the patrols. You approach 2 of the towers towering above both sides of the road, 2 high elves on each side at their base. They stare at you as you approach. They say nothing, just glare at you as you push past. However, as you do so, you push further down the road. More high elves, half elves, and dwarves, yes, but also, you'd assume, hundreds of people, primarily of human descent, huddled upon and off the road in small encampments. You see dozens of tents, many of them with small fires burning between groupings of 3 to 5, with clotheslines hung nearby and scraps of food laying upon dry ground. Ants swarming it all. You see a small town of wooden and cloth tents, bedrolls and lean-tos. Hundreds of humans sitting within makeshift seats, stumps, logs, and piles of books. You see tens of carts and carriages near the cluster of makeshift homes. The excrement of their horses left just nearby, filling the air with a strong scent of horse shit and hair. The patches of grass that existed along the sides of the road have long turned to dirt and mud. And the road is filled with those that appear to be begging the elven and dwarven patrols that appear to be blockading the road for an opportunity to pass, being kicked back in the process. Many of them look to have been here for quite some time, fleeing from Glaucon only to find themselves turned away by those in the Central Realms. All that you can see is suffering, bones showing through upon the skin of children and scraped knees of those who have spent their days praying for justice upon a gravelly nave. You now see thousands of humans, half-elves, some halflings, some dwarves, but primarily thousands of humans in camps along the sides of the road.
Is it mostly humans?
Oh yeah, I'd say 98% of them are human beings.
What's the barricade look like?
Again, it's just patrols and magically grown trees that serve as towers, along with some spike barricades in between that are lining, you'd say, at least a mile in either direction of the road.
Can you see through it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, it's a barricade. It's not a fort, right? And as you continue walking, you hear "whoo" as owls fly overhead. Along the road, you're screamed at, called villains, cretins, and slave drivers. You find yourself barraged by horseshit, stones, and branches. However, some appear to cling to you, very skinny, asking for food and water. You see Dagamaris as being the largest one, 2 what appear to be maybe 16-year-old boys run up to you. Please, I'm sorry. I just want water. Do you have any? Any at all? Yeah, you do. And as you do so, 5 more run up, men and women, some children, all now 15, 20, start swarming you. You hear, "Oi!" as some of the Teldurai come up and begin throwing them off of you, kicking them.
Are we in our... Do we still tell their eyes? Disguises?
You guys, yes.
Has he disguised all of us?
Except for Yahiro, who's a half-elf. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Get away, please. Step away. They don't have anything for you. If they're here, they are on their own accord. Get back, you filth. And they draw their glaives as they begin to get a little bit more rowdy. As they begin to get violent, the crowd begins to settle up. Then you hear as owls begin to circle the air. They and slink back on the sides of the road. But still some, especially the ones that you actually gave water to, you see them behind you as you continue to walk, trying to pick up the dirt where some of the water had spilled, and they're squeezing as hard as they can into each other's mouths.
I'm sorry. So we're on the north side of this next barricade, right?
You're on the south side of it at this point.
Oh, okay.
You're past it.
Oh,
There is
okay.
nobody behind the barricade. The barricade is specifically to keep them at arm's length away from the actual outpost.
Okay, understood.
Makes sense. It's a shame that the elves decided this was the priority.
I don't know what else you know, but it seems pretty much exactly what they would do. I'm
Yeah.
just glad they're not mowing them down
Yet.
yet.
This seems worse.
No.
I would rather live. So it depends.
Death is worse.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
Well, if we do have an opportunity to assist them, I would take it.
I will as well. But I think our ultimate goal is to save them in a different way. It is by saving more than just... I don't know.
Let's save them by finding a friend.
Friend?
Yes, let's do that. Why?
The archaeologist, I believe, they were talking about.
That's right.
That's what they hired me to do.
Right. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Your friend's an archaeologist too.
Yes, your father was, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did he know about the expedition to find the Zeralanomicon?
I don't know if he did. He never told me about it. Was that one ordered by the Northern Guild?
No, correct?
Do you have the book?
No, I don't have the book.
definitely-
Do I remember?
Definitely with the
You would know?
Well, Yufeng would know.
I have the book like a year ago in Facebook Messenger. Like a year ago. I have it. I have
It was
it
a
in
joint.
mine.
It was a joint agreement by the Central and Southern Realms.
Southern, yeah.
Okay, I knew it was a Southern Realms thing. I just didn't know if anyone else was associated. Because I know they sent some dwarves in as well. No, it was a joint effort with the Central and the Southern Realms. I just ask. It's a book that's fairly common. My friend went on that expedition.
Oh, have you ever seen that book?
Yes, I lost it in Heimdall's, but yes. Oh, the book, the Zeralanomicon?
Yeah.
No, God, no.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
Oh. Okay. I mean,
It's just
Wait, what about it is so important if 2 guilds are trying to find it?
Something to do with Irelandish ruins.
Huh. Okay.
Some text. I mean, I can have an idea on what it might concern, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
He's a very capable wizard, is why we're looking for him. A human wizard.
Mm. I mean, I guess I could understand if that book was important to, you know, you guys as well.
Nope.
I mean, them too.
I really have no tie to the book. I just happened to pick it up in a shelf, and then it turned out when I met Hector later that he had been one of the people on the expedition. It was just chance. We're trying to find Hector. I couldn't care less about the book. I don't even know what it does.
You don't care about, well, I guess you would already know about the Ireland history.
Did we reveal ourselves to Euclid? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh,
Momentarily.
God. Okay. Christ. Yes. Maybe Dagomar is more than I. But, yes.
Oh, okay.
I know quite a bit of the history, yes.
Right. I assume you're from.
Yes. The Underdark?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yes, I know.
Have you ever communed with Gillian? Or what was
No.
the other one?
Hecate.
Hecate.
I have not.
Hecate, like the goddess of magic.
We found some books when we went down, and there's some sort of ritual with some plant or something. I was trying to find it down there.
Went down.
To the Underdark.
Is
You're
the
in there.
verdant willow is what you were looking for?
I think so. Don't know what it looks like though.
Recently. Oh, did you come out with them then?
No. I met them earlier, and I met them earlier looking for a friend, and followed them down deeper.
We just recently left some Irelandish ruins.
What city?
I couldn't find the name, but it was the one on the southern end of the spine of Arantuk.
I see.
Do you know the name of it?
Why would he?
I do not. No. I've not been to the Underdark.
I just meant that he asked for the name, so I thought maybe he had some
was curious.
familiarity.
Would I know it?
No.
That's not where Dagomars came from, right? Dagomars came from the one under Schventen, we think?
Close-ish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When it traveled for a little bit.
Okay.
Well. So, you all continue down, seeing the encampments and the refugees on either side of you. However, it's not all bad. You see what appear to be half-elven individuals within the masses of humans. Their hair mainly burnished red, though there are some deep brown and mahogany. Their armor looks to be made of unpolished bronze with a white tabard draped over their torso. The tabard looks to be rimmed with a green vine design, thorns sprouting from the tendrils. In the center of the chest, a bleeding green heart drips steaming blood down to the bottom of the tabard, which a small rectangular portion drifts under their waist. Their heads are covered with a bronze helm, a small T-shape cut out in the front for a limited but protected field of view. Small curved ears protrude from small ear holes in the sides of the helm as well. You would know who these people are. These are the deserted.
Cool.
They appear to be handing out water and food and helping the human refugees with menial tasks throughout the encampments. One of them comes up to all four of you You're not Teldorai.
No.
Wait, are we out of disguise
Wait,
now?
yes. Sorry, I meant to say yes.
You guys weren't disguised as Teldorai.
Just
You were
elves.
disguised as High
Wait,
Elves.
yes. Sorry, my brain was like,
okay.
wait, no, we are. We're elves. I just kidding. No, we're not elves. Sorry.
Wait.
Brain here.
We are
What
elves.
color is our hair?
Like blonde.
Okay. Okay, so just high elves.
Okay. Could you assist us? Use some help feeding and clothing everybody. It's getting a little hairy.
Yeah, sure.
We
You have
don't
the
see many
resources.
people. What?
You have the resources?
Mainly, yes. I just need a few more hands. Today is... We've gotten about 1,218 more today.
Yes.
Streaming in from Hyperloss. I don't know if you High Elves... I don't know why you High Elves are here. But you want Teldorai. So I'm asking for your help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, she takes off her helmet
Hmm.
to get some air. You see a half elven woman. Her hair cut very short to the point of seeing mostly scalp. Though you see her hair is that of a very light strawberry blonde. Her face is very dirty, and her features are primarily human, not very sharp, as you've grown to know elvish faces tend to be in the Central Realms. Though her chin does have quite the prominent cleft, and her eyebrows don a nasty scar on the left side. My name is Alia Dom Rovin. If you can just... Honestly, High Elven faces, talking to them, would calm them down. They see your kind and they see enemies. Their king has forsaken them. And their queen has as well. Just speak with them, please. And if you can, give them some of your food and water. That is all I ask.
The soil of the south is rich, isn't it? Can't we set up some sort of...
I hear that once Galaucon suffered a defeat in Heimdallus, he used what little energy he had to scorch most of the farmland.
What petty bitch.
Wow.
Such a petty bitch. He limped off and burned the fucking
He
farms.
really does suck
Yeah.
so much dick, doesn't he?
Turned to glass. By his lightning. Probably unusable for many tens of years. So we are left with the southeastern and southern farmland. None of the central and northern farmlands exist anymore. I also hear the archmages might be coming to set ablaze more, as Glaucon may be medically injured. Have you not heard any of this?
No.
Two of the archmages are dead.
Which ones?
I do not know. Glaucon suffered defeat in Hyperlot.
Do you know who killed the two archmages? Or how they died?
I prefer not to speak his name.
Yes. Of course.
He's a hero among humans.
So they died fighting alongside the Dragon King.
Yes, I don't think many humans died in Hyperlot. I believe he protected most of them, the only town in which most of the population survived. That's why we have so many refugees.
You think Glaucon protected the humans?
No.
The other one.
Yes. Yahiro steps up. The farms of the Southern Realms are dead then. That is a shame.
Why would Glaucon attack his own city?
You are young. Glaucon is a fickle ruler. The Wood Elf puts on her helmet again. Whatever you can do, please. And walks off with her companions again. Find me lower down the road if you find out anything, or if you do end up helping these people. I'll have a word with you. And she goes back. You helping them out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I need all of you to make persuasion checks.
Nice.
I need all of you to make performance checks. And I need all of you to make constitution checks. So you have a conversation, you see one. They appear to have
Do you want my
squirrels. After.
Okay.
They have squirrels on sticks,
Mm.
skinny squirrels roasting upon the fire. And you see cows nearby grazing with what little they have. Looks like the remnants of their farm animals. One appears to be sitting, scraggly beard, no hair on top, extremely dirty.
Hello there. It appears you were a farmer of some sort, I guess. I heard most of the arable land is, well, no longer. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thanks.
You from Heimdallas?
No.
Where do you come from?
I come just west of Lake Respite.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I know what happened.
Would you be able to tell me?
Listen, I'm just trying to eat my squirrel. I don't really have much time to just puff your dick up, Lodger. Alright? I know you're trying to act like real kind to me. I don't need it. I need land. I need my wife and child back. Your soft words ain't gonna do that for me.
Words cannot do that. Fuck, I have no food. That's great. Okay,
Got anything else to say?
no. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah. He just goes back.
I just walk off.
So, on the average, those who you sing to Song of Rest, not as amiable as you'd hope. Most of them shoo you off. Though those that do listen intently, mostly children who haven't heard music in quite a long time, sit around you as you sing to them. A few tears stream down your face as you do so. Dagamaris, every human adult you see turns their gaze. Your disguise is around your same size. They do not look at you, though the children and teenagers admire you. You're able to feed them, and as you feed them, their parents sort of like shoo them away. See, Vivian, your small stature, some of the humans try and bully you. They begin to swarm you a little bit. Your hero following close behind you, and they look up and they see Dagmaris looking as well, and they sort of like shy away. But you do manage to give a couple of the less ragged ones appear to be more amiable, though you'd guess that if Heimdallas is mostly saved, most of the ones that you see that are extremely ragged come from Dunbarrow, the Cross, farmland that was glassed. They're not. They've been here longer, and they've seen worse. However, Takamores, as you're going through, you see a black-haired, smaller man. Elf. You see sitting at one of the campsites, surrounded by a couple of other Heimdall's humans. Yes? Can I help you? Elf? I'm sorry, your voice is, heard that voice before. I've heard that so many times from so many other people. What's your name?
Oh, God.
What's your name?
My name is Jake Hopper.
Wow.
Alright, what do you need, Jake Hopper? I'm sorry, it's not a name that I've... Fuck if I know. I've only met like 2 hours in my life. Come to kick me over.
No, absolutely not. Did you
Can you spit on me a little bit?
No. Do you need food or water?
Poison food?
No, it is not poison food. You have a family?
Wow.
Are they okay?
Yes, I do. I could use some food, yeah.
Absolutely.
How much food are you giving me?
All of it.
Oh.
And I give him all the food I have. Do you have a family?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Thank you so much, Jake Hopper. Can I hug you?
Oh, no.
Yes.
He drops it.
I know. I don't care.
That's interesting armor you got there.
Yes. Because it doesn't look like I have armor on, but he can feel it.
You can feel it, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Takamores.
Oh, shit.
Yes, Elf.
I really appreciate that.
I will. This will all be over soon. I
In a
hope.
good way.
In a good way. I have changed, Alf, and I'm sorry.
Your tiny smirk was looking for you.
I know.
He's gonna kill you.
Yes, he will someday. But I will hopefully put up a fight when that happens.
You are.
I know.
But I always knew you were sort of joking with me.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much. It's been so hard.
Yes.
I'm really sorry everyone chased you around town that one time. It all got really bad after that. They took all your shit and your car and all that. No, I heard it was stolen, so...
It was stolen. I didn't have any money. But
You know, honestly, I'd steal a car right now if I could too. If I had the ability to change what I look like and all that.
I would say that you could come with us, but I don't think you would like that.
No, I'm trying to get up north. Cloudcon's ruining everything.
But you have your family.
And he looks behind and you see a small, portly woman and what looks to be possibly a year-old child.
Jeez. I meet him right when he's a new father, and I'm like, hey, your family?
Yeah, dude.
It's a joke.
I know. I get it. And also, you're nice and all that, but you're still pretty scary.
I've been told. I will.
Was that you that came in the inn a couple months back?
Yes,
I almost shit myself. I heard your voice.
I could tell.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it wasn't pathetic.
It was not. I'm sorry I left that impression on you. Feels like I left that impression on a lot of people.
It's alright. A lot of
Yes.
people have that effect on me. Leo Red would come in and get drinks and I'd have to give it to him for free.
Yes, well, he's dead. So, it is nice to think about.
That's good. I didn't like Leo Red, but I do like Titus Smoke. He's you were there. The eye pick and it's gone. Don't have anything. The only reason I even have my life is because of that man. I don't know who to root for, gonna be honest with you. Did some pretty scary shit. But I'm glad that at least one relationship I had is fixed by a little bit. Didn't have much problem with you. I'm assuming that little pipsqueak high elf over there is Vivian. I remember her too. She was weird.
Yes.
Y'all spent an entire month in my inn. It's a lot of money I got from that. I ate my food, said it was good. Gave me money, didn't kill my family. And now you fed me. Don't know how to repay you.
You don't have to.
I do. I really do. And I will someday when I, not the owner of a. I don't even know. Plot of dirt and shit. Thank you, Dave Morris. Or Jake Harlow. It's a really bad name.
Yes. Sorry.
Let's get back. Won't tell anyone.
Thank you.
You.
And I turn and leave.
Cool. Okay. All of you are done?
One less enemy, let's go!
Ow.
Off, baby, let's go!
So, you all walk through, not making allies of 70% of those you met. But the 30 that you did do remember you fondly, and you feel like you made at least a small impact on the suffering of those all around you.
Do you want my checks now?
Sure.
The 24 in persuasion,
Okay.
22 in performance, 13 on con.
Okay. Okay. So, eventually you get further down the road and you see Ayla once more. Greetings.
Hey there.
Did you help any of them that you could?
Yeah, did
Definitely tried to.
what we could.
Good. Where are you heading?
Schwente.
Good. Do you know of a organization called the Deserted?
Yes.
Good.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
Ferocia, has she found the... Have you broken into the forest yet?
Surprised you know Ferocia.
Yes.
For those that don't know, Ferocia Terran is the leader of the outcasts, the Deserted. The Deserted we are a group of half-wood elven individuals that were separated from the forest of Eldron and our families when Glaucon Meridian shut the borders. But, unlike the High Elves, we're not taking our anger out on humanity. We spend the days patrolling, giving guards to cities where the High Elves and Glaucon refuses to. Free of charge. Usually via donations.
It's very virtuous.
Yes. Mr. Mirkwood is our largest donator. Has been for many years.
What does that mean?
Anyone who works in the deserted now knows the name Titus Mirkwood. At first, he was a large donator. Large sums of money. 2 silver every month. We have no idea why. Though, now that recent events have come to light, it is even more curious. However, because of your work, I will send word to Ferocia. Wherever you are there, she may be able to help as you helped these humans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, the deserted help all who are lost. And at this point, who isn't?
But what about Titus?
It's about her.
I mean, you've received a lot of money from him. Your organization has. Where are you aligned?
No alignment for me. Or the deserted. We see no reason to. It's so hard. Struggled with this quite a bit. Who's right? Who do we align with? Right now, my alignment, my allegiance is to all of these around. No kings, no queens, just the people.
Sounds good enough for me.
If Titus Mirkwood comes into power, I hope that he is better to the people. If Glaucon Meridian stays in power, I hope he's better to the people. Although I highly doubt that will be the case. But I will send word, send a raven. I wish you well travels, Will.
Where's Ferocia now?
She is in the town hall. The deserted have been granted a office alongside the mayor of Shorten.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I'd like to gather a small bag of like assorted gold and silver and electrum and just hand her 5 gold worth of coins.
Donation for fucking 2 years.
Yeah.
For more food and water and clothing for them.
The most gracious High Elves I've ever met. And you hear 'em. Should I drop it?
No.
Did I drop it?
Yes, they are very nice. They are guiding me. And that is good to have a guide in these realms now. I wish you all well travels once again. She goes back.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
There we go. Electrum math is awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
You travel for the rest of the day, leaving the mountain pass behind and trekking firmly along a more sloped and eroded barren base, a barn-toothed spine. The gravel of the road, mingling with the bone-dry dirt, crunches underneath your feet and kicks up behind you in a plume of dust. You see small birds flying above you, and landing upon low-hanging branches of the sparse tree cover all around you. Spring has fully arrived at this point, and the sun is shining through, beating down upon the party and causing all of your backs to sweat profusely as you carry all of your gear further into the southern realms. You smell the scent of body odor mixed with the scent of freshly grown grass and newly sprouted leaves. Would you like to do anything during the rest of the day?
I felt kind of weird asking her. You guys seemed to perk up when you heard the name Markwood. What does he and the recent events have to do with anything?
I would like to know that as well. I have no knowledge of this man.
Do you have any knowledge of the Titan of Chaos? Balanzar?
Yes, I do. It was an odd name to hear.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know a little bit.
Interesting.
What?
What?
Titus Mirkwood has received a certain level of power from Balanzar. He's the one who burned the tree. He's also the one who destroyed Tilia.
I see.
He's the one.
They killed the queen.
Not a name you would say lightly, I guess.
It seems he's also
Is-
handed Glaucon a defeat.
He's the one that was protecting the humans in Heimdall's.
Yes.
So, an enemy of the elves, no doubt. And now he has had this deserted organization on his side.
I don't think so.
I think he just donated to it.
I don't think the intentions Titus Mirkwood has
Are negative.
are evil.
What? He blew up the queen.
But he's doing it for what he believes are good reasons.
I believe so.
It's
Fine.
The execution is a lot.
Yeah, isn't Balanzar a Titan?
You cannot forgive Titus Mirkwood's actions, but you can understand why he did them.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
It was on behalf of the pain of humanity that he did what he did. I don't think he is paying the deserted and has been this whole time setting up for this.
He was paying the deserted because they were protecting the towns that the elves were not.
Exactly.
So he was doing what he thought was right, which was good. He was protecting humans. He has always sought to protect humans.
He also
It is
did
just
have-
what he's doing now that is not, it is unforgivable. But it is understandable.
I understand. I don't much like the elves' treatment of anything either, I guess.
Right.
It just
but
seems like a very
They don't
extreme.
They don't deserve to die. All of them.
Yeah,
But-
it seems
but
like a very extreme way to
Markwood
handle
is-
it.
his mistake is not realizing that our souls look the same. And they go to the same place.
Yes, but his reasoning is that the elves didn't think the same thing.
Do you think they would ever realize that?
The elves?
Yeah.
No, or at least not for a very long time.
So then
I think
Dagomar
he's
says
making the same mistake, is my point.
That's
That's-
going to be a repeating cycle for until everyone's dead.
Well, then Dagomaris, I think, makes sense. I can understand his actions.
Yes, but it does not mean that he is right.
You can understand the actions of a madman.
It's Balanzar. I don't blame Titus Mirkwood for any of the ideas and the beliefs that he holds. It's just, it's Balanzar.
That makes sense. I mean, it's not like we're gonna put any sort of stake in this conflict, right?
My question would be, how do you two know Balance? I had no idea. And I've traveled a lot.
I've read some things. Have you guys heard of the beasts of divinity?
I can't say I have.
No.
Okay. Well, there are some creatures that, they're born of the gods, and they seem to have no free will like we have. Although we are made of the gods as well, these serve a more, a more indentured purpose. The Yeth Hound, he's a beast of divinity of Balanzar. I've just read about it though. I've never seen anything.
I know only of him by name. No information.
Do I believe that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I heard the name Balanzar. Don't know where. Don't know other words after it. Just the name.
Dirty 20.
Wow.
Oh.
Natural 20. Minus 1.
It's nat 20.
But it's a nat 20.
He doesn't seem to be telling the truth.
I think
I am Balthar.
Yeah, pound.
Bads doesn't. He doesn't want to talk about it that much. But from what I read, I think he's a beast of divinity. I don't know of who though.
Oh, that was going to be my question.
You think who is a beast? Your thing? Baths?
Bads, yeah.
Baths.
Is it
Baths.
some kind of vassal of a god?
That sounds so reductive when you put it that way, but from what I read, they don't. What did it say? They're shrouded in the visage of the god, and like how they perceive. Again, they don't have free will.
So are you telling me that your baths is what a god thinks they look like?
Or, no, like an extension of some god.
Right. Yeah.
And you don't know which god.
I only know one god that looks that ugly.
He doesn't talk about it.
Which god is that?
Well, the one you saw too.
Yes, you know her face.
I don't see the resemblance.
No, I'm just,
What does
I'm
he
just
look like
talking about
again?
Ugly.
You can
He's
come
like
out.
a bat.
And he
He looks like this.
I go to my pack. I go to my pack and I pull a rat. I set him on the. He can turn into a rat as well. He's a rat
Yeah,
right now. And then set him on the ground and
I
then he
imagine it being like this.
and he.
He's
and
like Wormtail.
Yeah, I was thinking.
he's
He's like changing from the rat.
what's Wormtail? Oh,
Terry
fucking
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Go fuck.
Not Wormtongue.
Huh? Wormtail.
Go on,
I'm
Tristan.
He's just
on this.
he's a 2.5 foot like imp creature, basically. So like horns, scrawny face, scrawny body, scorpion tail, wings, grayish.
Negative inspiration for kids.
Disadvantage on the next important roll.
Disadvantage.
God.
Yeah.
Do I? No, I mean, I'm gonna ask a question and it's useless. I already know how.
Does-
What
to
god
tell
looks
this.
like that?
Wait,
Does it not know, or does it not want to tell you?
He just seems adverse to saying anything about it.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Which means if is that Yahiro doing that?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Is it something?
I was laughing at him.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't sound like a good sign.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, funny.
Can gods die?
I'm wasted here.
I laughed.
Thank you.
Yes. To your question, I have read that there is
Didn't Gillian die?
I don't know about it.
That's what I was going to speak of. I believe
Gods used to live among us, so.
I've seen Gillian's skull. And I could be wrong.
Okay.
Wait,
It was a giant skull in a throne room, or in a room with a giant pool of water. And there was a big basin. I used to talk to a god there.
this is great news.
Which god was that?
And I believe, I don't know if she killed Gillian, but there was a giant skull there, and I've heard that Gillian is dead as well.
And there was a basin, a
Intriguing.
pool of water, you said.
I don't remember clearly. Her face is what I remember, but there was a giant skull. But that could have been anything.
This is such great news.
Was it the death
Which
of
part?
Gillian,
That Gillian or that Lolth killed Gillian?
That there's bones of a god.
Why?
That means that what my father's searching for, it must exist.
What is he searching for?
The bones of Varentuk.
Varentuk wasn't a god.
Well, he created all of us.
Yes, but there is a distinction between Varentuk and the gods.
Well, I take it as a good sign.
What is he gonna do with the bones? Like, put them in a box or something?
I don't know. The guild usually tells them what to do, so they would have a reason. But
So curious.
I-
Lolth, you said.
Yes.
It's not a god I would like to speak to.
I spoke to her. She's not very nice.
When did you speak to her?
When I was in the Underdark, I told her,
You spoke to Lolth?
Was that like a spell, or can we assume that was her?
You have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
You actually spoke to Lolth.
I did.
We were in a matron mother's chamber. There was a small pool and 2 spikes and a statue of her. And when Eupheme stabbed himself on the 2 spikes while kneeling, the statue came to life.
But before it came to life, I told her that I hated her, and that she was a disgusting creature.
the Heralundai worshipped Lolth?
The Drow worship.
The Drow.
It is a long history.
The Erlenda used to worship Hecate and Gillian until
Things happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Bad things.
Did you commit any evils in her name? When you served her?
Not really, no. No. I was like a slave. I didn't really do anything until the one day I did, which I didn't do anything productive.
Are you still a slave?
No.
Okay.
Thinking so much about Lolth. 2 Erlendai. Curious. What a party.
I'm fairly sure I was scorned in her eyes, so if I happened to worship her when I was a child, that probably ended when I was thrown into a pit.
I don't know anything about the Erlendai other than name.
That's a fat lie! He's been doing nothing but fucking lying to us. Everything he says is a fucking lie. Did you get a 20? Oh, then you got something good though. Yeah.
21. Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, -1. 16.
Seems to be on the level.
Sure.
It's the next time to put on the tinfoil hat.
Everything this man says is a lie so far. I'm with you. He laughs at specific times. I'm very distressed by
that was
Yahiro.
funny. That was funny. Objective.
No, not that one. A
Oh.
different one.
I'm getting-
Gosh.
I'm getting rather tired. If we could stop and rest for the night, I would be very much appreciative of it.
That is fine.
Good.
I'd love to get further away from these
This old man is knees.
high elves. This
You have already
Visage.
passed most. of
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I will start ritual casting Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Okay. So you travel for quite a ways during the day. However, eventually you reach all of your limits, and you begin searching for a place to rest. Vivian finds a nice place just off the road, a tiny meadow filled with small wildflowers, tall patches of grass, and lengthy dandelions sprouting all over the place. Do a ritual class to the dome.
Make it look grassy.
Is anyone?
Where's this fucking hag? Now that we're in the south, I'm always just like,
Hag?
fucking hag.
Ag was last seen in the central rooms.
That rolls.
So you'll sit out, or you and Yahiro sit out for a bit. So, why are you going to Schwenten?
I lived there for a little bit. And I was trying to go back, make sure people are safe. I've been trying to get into the forest of Amderon, which is why I know the deserted. And I know of them. I was trying to reach my people, who are some survivors in there. Sorry, that is a lot to just give away. You could be, not to sound against you, but you could technically be my enemy. I don't actually know you that well.
I'm not your enemy. I feel no animosity towards the Irelandite. You want to know a secret?
Sure.
I'm actually 52.
1 year older than me. Oh, no, 1 year younger than me. Damn it. Good for you.
You are far more in shape than I.
Yes, but you are far more knowledgeable than I.
On some things.
In most. I was kept in a chamber most of my life.
I lived in a home by myself for most of my life.
Well.
It was self-induced.
I understood. Mine was not.
Well,
What are you doing down in the south? You said it was to come see the beauty, but you know that the world is crazy. What is your actual reasoning?
no, that was the reason. I was to see Waldeboro again. Trullo, Pools, Schwenten. All of them.
Do you want to see Tristval?
Less now,
Yes.
but I'm quite sad about Dunborough. That was my favorite town. Such interesting architecture. Last I saw it, there were only 3 layers, but I had heard that there were more at this point. I like the idea of building upon something.
Yes.
Have you been to Dunbar?
Yes, I have.
What did you think of it?
Before I got run out of town, I thought it was fine. I did like the town center It had a fountain, correct? Was there a fountain?
No. The town center, last I checked, was small buildings. Can't quite remember what they were.
Am I thinking of the right town? This is the River Judge Tower.
Yes, that is correct. I would have loved to see how that went. People in Dunbarrow are nervous.
It was quite interesting. I changed into an old man and I tricked them. They ran past me and I thought that was funny.
Disguise self is a good spell.
Yes.
What did the old man look like?
Not like you. He had a white beard. It was a long white beard with a robe. And I just hunched over and I used my sword and made it look like a walking stick.
Classic.
Yes, it was classic. It was funny because I did it in the middle of a group of people. And then immediately, I went and I changed again into a different man and I rescued one of my friends. Actually, Vivian rescued Vivian. She was going to die. And then I changed and got her out, and then we left. This was all the day after one of our other party members died. To bears.
Bears are not to be trifled with.
No.
I understand that. Youth.
But youth does not matter if you are dead. So for him, he died.
Yes. Death does put a cap on youth. Unfortunate. But yes, to get to your other point, I simply wish to see everything once more. And traveling with you all so young. Different lens.
How did you learn that magic? Everyone has different things. Me, I was born with it.
And he pulls out a large book.
Understood.
Not born with it. Are you born with magic?
Yes.
You're fucked. Sorcerers are very illegal, and being drow is even more so.
So I've been told.
Yes.
That is more useful to be able to learn spells on your own, though. The way you are.
At times, although finding magic, finding the arcane is difficult in this day and age. I've not learned a spell in decades. Tell me of your companion's necromancy.
Probably segue.
What do you wish to know? Just, I don't know. She had a master. She doesn't remember who he is. He wiped her brain or something. She absolutely remembers nothing before meeting me. And, she just has necromancy, and that's how she protects herself, and she needs to protect herself. And people have gone against her and said that necromancy is bad, but she would die if she didn't use it, so I have not had a problem with it.
I see no reason to keep this a secret from you. There are very few considered masters of necromancy. It's a title given only to liches.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh God.
I would not search for them.
And I am not. And I don't believe she is either.
Good. Do you know why?
Which part? Why we are not looking for
No,
her?
why they are only considered masters at that state.
I do not know. I don't
Ne-
know.
Necromancy is the teaching of undeath. One is only considered a master when you are both undead and alive. Liches are in a gray area. Not undead, as that would require a master, and not alive, as that would require a soul. They are horrible beings. That's what I've read.
There's such an afterthought to it. Done playing.
Yes.
What?
I don't believe Vivian's goal is to become a lich, if that is what you are wondering.
No, she does not have the eyes for it.
No. But no, we will not look for her master.
Good. I would hate to see such youth squandered. By the way, that is not strange. I just find youth interesting.
I didn't say that was strange.
So I find it strange.
That you wish that you were young again.
What?
That you wish you were young?
No, I'm just outward about it.
Does not bother me.
Okay, well, I don't. The town thought I was strange. When I would see young men, I would compliment them on their physique, and they thought it was odd.
Well, I will not say it is odd. It is not.
Good. I just wish I, too, and I'm not a vampire sucking youth out. I'm not trying to steal your youth. I don't even know how I would begin to do that. I'm just saying that I admire it, and I would like to live vicariously through.
The young.
Forget about it.
No, I understand.
I will believe you willingly.
That was it. My whole life. I would try to sneak out, and I would on occasions. And I would go to this tiny bar, and I would play music, and I would watch people. And I kind of lived vicariously through them, because I was not allowed.
What music
to do
did you play?
I played an ocarina. It was.
It is a beautiful instrument.
Yes, the type of music was mostly to myself. I wasn't very good.
Well,
And I didn't really dance much. I just kind of watched.
expression is expression.
Yes.
Do you dance now?
Not well. But I did.
Would you like to learn?
Yes. I would. I would like to learn how to dance like a human does, with a partner. I've seen that happen, but I've not done that. And that would be maybe weird.
If you are okay with dancing with an old man.
That is fine.
You're both so awkward.
Good. Then I will teach you tomorrow night. I will begin my teachings.
All right. Thank you.
You're an odd one.
So
like
are
you.
you.
Yes, I know.
All right. Well, I'm going to go stare at this tree.
I'm going to stay up and I will be teaching your companion some evocation magic.
You're staying up all night. Do you have to sleep?
It's not divination, but I'll take it.
He's a half elf.
I do sleep, but I'm not tired.
Alright.
I had thoughts about that.
I will talk to you in the morning.
Vivian, you wake up and your hero is just staring. Oh,
Hello.
sorry. Would you like to learn a spell?
Yes. I'll
And he pulls out a
creep a
bag.
little bit up.
A bag of belongings that was wrapped on his back, sort of like a sack, and he pulls out like a crumpled bit of like paper and ink. We can use mine.
Oh, thank you.
I will be teaching you how deep into Hecate's pool can you dive.
I'm sorry, I don't remember any formal.
How many levels?
5.
Okay. So, just for future reference, as I hear from Dagamoris that you were taught by a lich.
You're taught by a fucking
What?
lich.
Master of necromancy. Only liches are considered masters of necromancy. Oh, by judging by your face, you did not know that. It is okay.
How do you know that?
I studied the arcane. I know what is considered a master and what is not.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad.
Okay. Well, I am considered an evocation wizard. I studied evocation. But after I learned evocation, I learned blade singing from my father. I'm a blade singer.
Have I heard of that?
No.
I don't know what that is.
Wait, what?
It is not taught anymore. Dying breed of wizardry. But I can teach you something that will be useful, that you may not find anywhere else. A spell 5 levels deep in Hecate's pool.
Okay.
Do you know of the spell Arcane Hand?
I think I've heard of it before.
Well, that is what we'll be testing. It will take, depending on your level, 3 or 4 days. So you spend the entire night
I'm sorry, Ahiro, I'm stupid.
trying to learn Arcane Hand. You get maybe a fifth of the way through. And at the end, as you see him giving an example, you see a large shimmering hand extend out from his wrist. You'd say about the same height as Dagamoris when looking at it like this. Reaches around outside of the dome as it falls, finds a boulder about the size of this table, puts the hand on it, crushes the boulder. That is what it should look like. And you look over at yours and it's about that size.
Just one more.
That's worse than I've ever done.
I don't seem to have much luck when I'm not figuring it out for myself over weeks.
It will come to you.
Is he
Hopefully.
throwing me a bone? Yeah, okay.
Well, actually, maybe that is too high a level.
No,
That's a burden.
I can dive to that level. I just
We'll just go
No.
back down to 4.
No, please.
I'm sorry, I don't trust you.
Did Vivian tell you how I taught her the other spell?
What spell?
You know, the one with the bones?
Mage armor.
Oh.
Wordlessly, I
Yes,
might add.
yes.
I just danced.
Mage armor is 1 level deep, yes?
What?
Yes, it is.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, the teacher matters.
Yes. I know it does. The canvas must be ripe.
I can perform a 5th level spell. The ones I have, I just don't have the components yet. I haven't been able to.
I'm sure you can. We will start 1 level deep. 1 level more shallow. 4 levels deep. Just while we're starting out, I don't want to overwhelm you.
Of course.
Yes.
In Vivian's head. You should let me help you next time.
God. Demasculated.
Yes.
At some point during the night, I would have wanted to commune with Bads and cast a spell. So yeah, so I would like to sit down, Bads in front of me, and I'll have the book open between both of us, and I will go. Wabasix Eti. And I would like to cast Scry.
Oh, you?
Ooh.
His dick is bigger than mine.
Okay, who are you scrying upon?
Okay, so this is through. This is Bads is the one that's scrying.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I have a link with Bads.
Do that one more time, I'm killing Diamond.
Okay, fine.
I have a link with Bads.
Yes.
Will I see what he's scrying?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so my dad.
Your dad?
Mhm.
Okay. The spell is successful.
Okay.
You see pitch blackness. You see nothing. And you hear. That's it.
Dude.
Oh,
Don't
jeez.
like that one bit. Tristan.
Wow.
Nervous.
I don't. Oh God, this is okay.
Yikes.
This is a stupid question, but I need to say this because my character would actively wonder: do I recognize the breathing?
No.
Okay.
Breathing is breathing.
Breathing is breathing. I don't recognize breathing pattern.
It sounds shallow and fast.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, and then I guess for the rest of the time I'd just be conspiring with Bads.
Conspiring.
I mean, over like, you know.
We're
what I
really
mean.
on it with the instinct stuff.
Okay, so the 3rd day of travel from the outpost. So 1 day passed between that night and this day. Okay, May 3rd. Yahiro has begun to teach you watery spear.
Ooh.
Make another intelligence check during this time.
Do I have to make a performance check for my dancing?
Oh, a teacher joins. Please.
Yes, make a
Not-
performance check for that.
Terrible. Not great. 14.
Okay. Okay. So you're getting this one. He shows
I'm so
you
embarrassed. I'm a good wizard.
as he creates a sphere of water that into the ground and picks up an entire small sapling. As he over the ground in a sphere of water that seemed to have been pulled from the air. As he lets it loose, the water spills and the ground into the dirt. You good ball. About
Yeah.
this big.
Nice.
Okay. So
I spend all my spare time
What was it?
practicing.
22.
22. Okay, so you're making good progress on what appears to be the waltz.
Good.
Okay.
Lots
Um,
of fun.
I want to address the party real quick.
Are we all sleeping?
No, this
Oh,
is
just during
this
the-
is May 3rd.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're about to be like,
Hey, since we're traveling together, I figured that this might be useful. And I'll pull out my, I'll whip open my book, and it goes to like a blank page, and I pull out a pen, and I go, "Would you all mind writing your names?"
I've
I don't
seen
write my
Death
name.
Note.
You don't. Well, you have to write your name for it to work.
What?
I can.
Remember what I said about books?
I don't know
Weird
if-
books.
Have I ever
Old
written my
books.
name? Have I ever written my name?
If I have your name in my book, I can write anything on the page, and you'll hear it in your mind, wherever you are.
Is there anything else that you can't make me do things?
No, I can just communicate with you guys.
All
You
right.
know,
Fine.
we get broken off or something,
No,
or
I'm going to pass.
okay,
I'll send my name.
cool.
Can you read my mind if I send my
Oh
name?
gosh.
No, okay, whatever you guys send back, think back. It just appears on my page, so I'll read it.
Is
Fine.
it like the spell sending?
Uh,
I can.
No,
No.
let me ask Baths.
that
This
is
is
not
sending
the
spell?
same.
Oh, yeah, he says it's the sending spell.
Oh, doesn't sound like the sending spell.
Well, obviously, usually
Sign
sending is not written,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
but
Hmm.
it just sounds like similar.
I guess that's how it works. Yeah, I just know that that's how the book works.
I'm not touching that book, I'm sorry.
Okay, Dagmaris, will you sign? Nothing's gonna hurt you. I
I'm
don't.
trying to be nice. I want to sign it to support you. But at the same time, if you end up reading my mind,
Wait, I can't read your mind unless I
just
send
want-
you a message.
I will sign it. But if you are tricking me in any way, be kind. Just don't trick me.
I'm not tricking you. I don't. Why would I trick you? I just met you. Does he think think of this of
We've
everybody?
had some negative interactions.
It's a magic book that you don't know why it's doing that.
And it created baths. It created.
Well, I don't know if it.
From a
I don't know
god.
if it made him. I
But
just
it-
know
from
that
a
he
god
just
that
had the book.
we don't understand.
Yeah, I think it's fine to be skeptical of such things.
I understand. Yes, I'm trying. How about this? Maybe later I will sign it.
I wrote my name in the book. I have the sending spell. If any message needs to reach anyone else, I
Yes.
can send it to them.
Oh, okay. I guess that works. I didn't know that you had that spell. Okay.
It is okay. We will possibly later. Thank you for bringing that up. It is not that I distrust you. It is just that I distrust the book.
Ditto.
Okay, so after 2 days of travel, you find yourself fully engulfed within the border of the forest of Andron. The trees extending well over 300 feet tall with diameters of over 30 feet at their base. Their bark is a golden brown when the sun hits it, though the meat of the tree is a dark red and orange coloration. Between the gargantuan trees, you see a plethora of life. You see tall bouts of weeds, grass, and nettle. You see groupings of beautiful flowers, patches of mushrooms, and thick bushes growing amidst the rest of the greenery. Along with the flora, even without looking all that hard, you see the forest teeming with life. You see massive squirrels the size of small dogs leaping from tree to tree, butterfly the size of starter plates, and black bears roaming through the roughage. All the while, the party travels through the well-trodden dirt path that cuts through the comparatively sparse, but still lush, border of Andron, with sunbeams piercing through the canopy of large redwood leaves, lighting the way and highlighting the dust particles that fill the air. Throughout the last day and a half of travel, you've seen more and more half-elven and human caravans sat within the forest reaches, attempting to forage and survive. Along the roads, you've passed by many that appear to be traveling to the pass of Barntuk's spine, knowing full well what awaits, but perhaps they think the elves will protect them if Glaucon is to attack again. Sometime late in the afternoon, just before sunset, you see the extremely small and quaint city of Gren. Barely visible through the trees, you find yourself traversing within. Only the blacksmith and the stable can be seen clearly down the road and to the left. Eventually, as you walk down the path for about a third more of a mile, you see a town center consisting of no more than 10 buildings with sporadic and spread apart homesteads speckling its perimeter. The town's primary shape is that of a cross, a road heading eastward into the forest of Amberon, a road heading westbound towards the town of Heimdalas, the domain of Titus Mirkwood himself, the northern road that you came from, and the southern road that leads along the border of Amberon towards the joint capital of Schventin, and a lonely inn. The architecture here is very much elven, though it also resembles a more western type of human architecture. The wood is exquisitely carved, set, and treated with elvish runes and words carved upon the edges of the buildings, along with artistic etchings over most of the wood. However, the overall design is very simple. Top floor for most of the shops for living, and the bottom for the shop itself with a small porch just out front, supporting the top floor with small pillars sprouting from a gentle railing. You see within the town at least 100 more humans and tens more carts, all cramped within the cross-latched town. You also see caravans parked in the outskirts along with homes, their horses chuffing and neighing at the base of the humongous trees, looking small in comparison. Dirt kicks up from the hefty traffic of the town, kept in line only by those same half-elves that appear to be directing traffic, handing out small hand-drawn maps, informative pamphlets, and small amounts of rations to those in need. However, on the outskirts, you also see newly emerged towers of hollowed-out trees, finely woven banners of light cloth hanging from their tops, the sigil of Tilium Ondolitas upon their face. Near the base of the towers, you see the Queen's Army High Elven soldiers, and upon the tops of the towers, you see more of the same. Those at the base appear to have set up small camps and appear to be eating food, their non-mithril scale mail weighing heavily upon their frames as they sit and look upon your group and those surrounding you upon the road. Those atop the tower look diligently into the crowds of people, keeping the peace to a certain extent, it seems, though you only see 2 towers on either side of the road that leads into the central realms, none other. Curiously, you don't see a single human soldier, not one. Though last Vivian and Dagamaris were here, they don't remember the town having any to begin with. In fact, the mayor specifically mentioned how they couldn't afford any. You just see Dunbarrow as a cross-hatched town filled to the brim, the entire street packed like Disneyland on a summer day.
Wait, Gran?
Yes, this is Gren. You squeeze in, see the wood elves directing people in any way they can, horses huffing right next to you, other people screaming loud yells, people screaming to find one another. What are you guys doing?
Are we
in Gren?
disguised?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you already did that for us. What did he disguise us as? High elves
Same,
again?
the high elves.
Okay. Yeah.
So, are you guys here for anything in particular? Otherwise, we're getting a room, right? Just at the inn?
What time of day is
Yeah, what
it
time
when
of
we
day is it?
arrive?
Late evening. I mean,
Okay.
sorry, it's like dawn.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, late in the afternoon. So I'd say like 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
guess we could sleep there. I don't know.
I don't know if there will be room.
There probably won't be.
And
Well,
if so,
not if we wait.
I do think that for 3 high elves and a half elf, walk in, stay in rooms, fairly easy to rob, don't you think?
Do you think we're easy to rob?
I don't think we are, but
I don't want to
think
kill anyone.
I don't
Don't
want to
have
do
to.
them either. I just know it's
You mean there'll be a target on our
it's
back?
easier to
Yes.
defend from a
Might as
hut.
well check though,
Sure,
right?
sure.
We can check, but yes,
A bed would be nice.
I meditate. A bed won't change.
Well, I guess I'm the only one here who
Sleeps.
sleeps.
Agreed.
People are so weird.
I sleep. Sometimes. I'm just not tired.
I still like the security of a room.
Press X to doubt.
There's just something about it.
Yes, it might be nice to hear anything that's going on in the nearby area as well.
Okay, so you're going into the inn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you squeeze into the inn.
Hmm.
Every single post out front already used as a method of harnessing horses, various types and breeds. As you push in through the swinging doors of the Gren Inn, you're immediately met with a familiar wall, coats scattered all upon the rack, people searching through the coats that are there. As you squeeze further in, the crowd continues into the lower area with the hearth, the large stone hearth on the left, and paintings still on the right. You hear commotion all around you, people yelling, the barmaids and the barkeep still all scrambling through the entire space as people still seem to be sitting at the large table that you all remember, or not you, but these two remember as they first came into Gren, trying to enjoy food, though it is incredibly difficult to do so. You manage to make your way to the bar, and a short-haired woman with what looks to be black hair at the tips and orange hair at the roots. What do you need?
Do you have any rooms available?
Fuck off. All right, anyone else? Come on, fuck off. Come on, please, leave. Get out of the way. Get out the fucking way.
I'm moving. God.
Sorry, you guys
I'd follow. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So as you are trying to squeeze back out, a man with not a single hair atop his head comes to you. I heard you gets pushed a bit. I heard you're looking to go somewhere. I'm posted. Can we leave? So he's leaving. He looks portly, with like sort of a salt and pepper beard with scars that litter his face.
Human man?
Yes, human.
Follow us,
Yeah, I want to get out of this claustrophobia. I'm scared people are pickpocketing me.
Okay.
Seems
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, they could touch me and they'd be like, just fucking armor. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
You follow
follow
them out?
I follow the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, eventually leads you around back to where the wave of people sort of like crash upon it, and there's a small space. You see now his eyes are muted green with some yellow spots within, and he appears to be wearing extremely tattered clothing and loose pants held up by suspenders. He looks nice, though the suspenders, as menial as they are, do send a shock of fear down both of your spines.
Yeah.
Well, I heard you all were looking for a place to stay in. Don't really see high elves very frequently, and I'm thinking that I might get some favor if I lend you all a hand. I can't tell any lies. I do want to. It's not entirely selfless, but you can stay in my encampment if you want. I got some food.
What's the catch?
You just, I don't know, talk to me nice about the gods and see if I can get in anywhere. I hear the path up north is closed, and I don't know, maybe y'all look like you're trying to get a room here, so it doesn't look like you got all that much pull, but if a high elf says I'm cool and I can go somewhere, maybe I can get through.
You shouldn't go north.
All due respect, I disagree.
All due respect, you don't know.
You don't know what's going on in the south.
The north doesn't look any better.
I highly doubt that.
North is the better way to go.
Yeah, I already know that. Thank you.
We also have gold. As well, in addition.
I know that as well. If you want to pay me, that's all right, but I sort of just want to get my kids through.
Can I insight him?
Sure, make it such. Wait, what are you trying to figure out?
It's a trap!
Okay.
Yeah.
Seemed like he's lying.
Yeah, let's kill some humans.
Stop.
Please?
Never killed a human before. Still.
Looking to try.
Oh, 15.
15?
Closest one.
Doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Just trying to get mine. Trying to get by. And you all need somewhere to rest, and it can be hard finding a place that's not
You do know that
picked right.
our word isn't a shoe-in.
Yes, well, it's better than just being a human and coming up there and saying, hey, let me into your realm. I hear that's not working out for many people.
What do you all think?
It's up to y'all.
I don't think I have any token or.
There was no way to
Wait.
guarantee that we would give word.
What
That is the
leverage do
thing.
we have?
We do not have.
Over
we
them.
do-
Yeah, right. So, how do you think we can even help this guy?
I do not want to lie to you. We may not have pull, but we could talk to them. We are just going the opposite direction right now.
I figured as much.
Camps. If we can't get you in and you get stuck there, the camps up north, they're not fun.
I heard that. I'd take my chances and stay in a southern city and get obliterated by a dragon.
Rather than go up north and starve.
We could see
Yes,
if the Telho
I would prefer
can
that.
maybe. No, the Telho.
They're not going to waste their time.
You're right.
Gold could also help. Maybe I could bribe them. Right?
Gold will help you with something. I don't know. You can use it how you see fit.
I just got kids, and
So what are you asking? You give us a place to stay. We
yeah.
give you some gold, and then on our travels back, if we end up going back north, you'd like us to grab you and your family and then try to take you out.
Or you give me some gold, and I may be able to bribe one of the elves. I know that.
Well, we can definitely do that.
Well, then, yeah. All right. I'm good at bartering, so how much gold you offering? How much do you think it's worth to a couple
I
of
have
knives?
3 gold that I will give
Oh,
from myself.
shit. All right.
And 4 gold from me.
And 3 from me.
Oh, all right. I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking like 1, but
A bribe to the Tel'Darai.
They
it's more money
really
than I had
hate you.
in my- I know that.
They will probably. The thing is, and this is what I'm worried about, they might just steal your gold.
That's not my goal, then, I guess. It's all yours.
Perhaps if you go north, you can talk to some of the deserted that are helping the refugees, and maybe they can be a liaison between you and the Tel'Darai instead of
That's a
strolling
good
off
idea,
together.
too. My name's Ken Elm Street.
Can
Stare
I?
it. Sorry. Ken Elm Street. Stare it. Fuck.
No,
Yeah.
Vivian.
All right. Show me.
Dagger Mars.
All right. Show us.
Victor.
All right. Show me.
Phileas.
All right. And my name's Yahir. All right. Well, you want to see camp then? I'll pay me.
Yes.
I'll lead you there.
Okay.
All right. So he leads you southwest out of the city,
Out
or the town. Sorry.
Okay.
And into the outer sparse residential and small orchard portions of Gren. You see small rows of apple and pear trees just beginning to bear fruit, along with what appear to be other homesteads, with large gardens filled with mint, berries, and gourds. You walk along narrow and winding paths that arbitrarily mark the property of the homesteads that are dwarfed by huge trees of Anderon all around you, dimly lit by the orange setting sun. Eventually, you make your way to a small homestead that appears to sit upon about an acre of land impeded by multiple great Anderon trees. You see smaller apple trees sprouting from freshly tilled soil within the dim shadow of the much taller trees all around. The home itself is pretty small, with what appears to be a bay window jutting off from its western wall, with succulents thriving just within. The house is painted a muted minty cream color with chipped forest green rimming. Two rectangular bits branch off at the south and eastern walls of the main building, giving it a very obtuse Y shape. In front of you, you see a small rock garden where two children appear to be playing out front with some very large branches. Near them, you see a cloth-covered cart and a small outpost of two tents and a small campfire carefully crafted of the same polished stones that make up the small rock garden. It's my boy. It's Garen. Garrett. It's my girl. Her name's Bern. But they're sort of nervous, especially around elves.
As they should be.
Yeah, we're from the outskirts of Hamdalos, so they're not doing all that well.
No, they're not.
Yeah, well,
While we're helping you out, maybe you can help us with one more thing and give us some details about how it all went down.
how what went down?
Whatever happened at Heimdall's.
I thought High Elves would know.
We're confirming our intelligence.
Make a deception check.
21.
Wow.
Do I know?
All right. Cloudcone showed up. Small army, along with 7 floating humans. They're asking for some Titus fella. Come out, talk to him or something, and none of us really wanted to do that. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, after a while, a bit of, I guess there was some fighting going on in the other parts of the city I wasn't at. I was in the main road. Kids were still back at the house. And Glaucon sort of flies up a bit, topples with our house as he does it, and just sort of breeze lightning on everybody. I thought I died because it was so bright. I heard the buildings all around me breaking. I'd say the beam was larger than the entire inn in width, would have encompassed the entire main street, killed everyone in a fell swoop. I was partially blinded, couldn't really see much, and well, when I looked up, there was a man, and he had shoved his body in between the lightning and us. He had short black hair, and he had scars on the top of his head. Shirtless, pretty big fella. But the lightning absorbed into him, I think, because he looked pretty bad, or it went around him because of some strange red energy he was emanating. But he saved my life, saved everybody that was on that street. I think some of them were trying to fight against Falcon and were refusing to give up Titus. I think that was Titus.
I'm glad he was saved.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened after that. He told us to run, and I think he died. I don't know. I don't know what happened after that. I just sort of ran because I needed to get my kids, and I know everyone else ran. And when I looked back, there was I was running miles. I ran. When I looked back, there was a big ass pillar of red lightning, huge, tremors, big face in the sky, and fleshy trees growing out all over the place.
Fleshy trees, let's go. Can I insight that last part?
Sure,
That he ran?
He made it up. He made up the fleshy trees. He's like, fleshy trees.
13.
Doesn't seem to be right. They were moving independently, like golems, massive giants, flesh and trees. Hard to look at, so I didn't. But I don't know what happened. I just know that a lot of my friends died after the Laocoon escaped.
Well, you're very lucky to be here now.
I would owe to that man, I guess. Although I'm quite nervous saying that around all yous.
A life saved is a good thing, no matter by whose hand.
That's not what I've been hearing.
What Barricade was doing.
Well, yeah, but
You wanted
the
someone.
only reason I assume that all yous don't really like humans and stuff, so all yous don't really like Glaucon either, but for some reason the elves are particularly not happy right now.
I don't quite mind humans.
The first one.
Some of my favorite people are humans.
Again, y'all are very interesting in. I've been robbed twice now.
By elves?
Yeah. A lot of my friends told me not to mention it. The big man that saved us.
You shouldn't mention it. In the future, they were right.
Alright. I'm on.
The elves don't like him.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think they like humans very much.
No, they don't like him. Specifically.
Oh, well, I don't know. Just know a lot of my best friends died. Even my neighbor died. He was just trying to take care of his dad.
No.
Well, Dad couldn't move, so
Both of them?
yeah. I think so. Dad couldn't get up or anything, so I think Wilson stayed with his pop. But if it means anything, some really nice elf gave him tomato sauce once. And that really stuck with me because he started making it a lot and it was pretty tasty.
That was me, actually.
Oh, he spoke that kind of lady.
I knew him.
Small world.
Sad to hear that he's not with us anymore.
A lot of people aren't with us anymore. Only like 30% of the city got out, I'd say.
Of all of Heimdall's?
Yeah. Can only protect a small street. After I realized that he couldn't really kill that guy, I guess. Or maybe he did. I saw him taking out the rest of it. Where he couldn't go. Before I left, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, that's pretty lucky. I found y'all. I'd be careful though. Camping out with me and this about Southern Brotherhood probably aren't gonna think too kindly of you all being here.
I'm worried more about you.
Yes, we have put you in
They won't do
danger.
anything to me.
You can tell them we forced you. It'll probably go over easy.
I was planning on it. I got 2 kids. Cool as you are for giving Wilson some tomato sauce and being nice to him. I care more about my kids than I do about y'all.
Understandable.
Well, I'm gonna go and try and scrounge up some food. Y'all wanna set up camp nearby? Alright. Okay. As you sit there, munching on apples, if you are thieves.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna eat them here.
Okay.
That was
You have them in your bags because you are thieves.
dirty little.
You see something you did not see at the pass. You see in the neighboring home, through the trees as you keep watch, the residents appear to emerge from their homes, hot food in hand, smiles on their face, and handing it to refugees with tears in their eyes. You see community, togetherness you haven't seen in all of your entire lives. As you sit and watch as the humans deal with what has been dealt. You see dogs, you see a couple cats, companions, something none of you have ever seen.
You have to admire their resilience.
At this point, the seeming is gone, by the way.
The seeming is gone?
What, seeming? What?
That's the spell that was
It's the spell
keeping
that
us all
Yahiro
looking like
Cast
high
on-
elves.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I was like, what, this
Are we,
seeming
I'm
like-
sorry, are we in this guy's house still?
No,
Okay.
I
camping
will,
out front
Camping
of,
out in
of a
front,
home
okay.
that has allowed you to stay there.
I will cast Alter Self because this guy is from Heimdall's and I can't have him knowing that I'm trapped.
Are we in Lehman's tiny hut?
No.
Not
we're
yet,
just-
it only
we're
lasts.
just- I'm just like standing there as a drow right now.
I figured we had all just like set up
No
our
one
bed
seems to be
rolls.
looking at you, but the seeming has dropped recently.
Yeah, I figured the tiny hut lasts 8 hours, so I usually do it right before we're about to bed down for the night.
Then I will do disguise self.
This is unprecedented. I wonder what my mom would do in this situation.
It actually isn't. Didn't the Erolanda face a similar fate at one point?
Yes, they did.
How do you mean?
Glaucon torched their
Torched their everything.
Oh,
as well.
After, of course, the council came down from the southern range of Astrid to decimate Cruel.
I see.
The Dragon's Council?
No. The Council of Dragons chosen 10.
Different council.
Worst council.
Debatable.
10 liches?
Considering who we know is on the Dragon's Council.
What an ominous thing to say.
There is a lich on the Dragon's Council.
I was trying to be sly
I
about
see
it.
that. I just don't see any
What
reason
did
to
you
hide
say?
it from them. There's a lich on the Dragon's Council. I don't know if the rest of them know about it. There was an item Yuffie found, actually, in the Outlandish ruins, a seer stone that gave me true sight while I scryed on Archmage Vesuvius, and next to him was a lich. I told the Archdruid of Tilly-Wimbleytoss about it, but I have not done anything else with the information because I frankly don't know who would be able to do anything about it.
That's why it's interesting that they fought alongside.
I'm sorry.
You guys get around.
Goodbye. As he teleports away.
I'm sorry. Goodbye. Lich boy got found out. I'm kidding. I don't know.
I knew it.
You don't know.
It
You don't
had
know.
its fingies in it. I'm casting Sending.
To him.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you?
Okay, so what are you saying?
Yeah, you're aware. Where are you going? What are you doing? What do you know?
You get no reply.
Yeah, okay.
It must be a very powerful spell to just disappear.
Well,
Yes.
there goes our
I would imagine it would be.
way to look like, well, I guess us. I don't know. Do you know how to disguise yourself?
I was gonna go into town and get myself a disguise kit, which I know how to use, but
Oh, I'd love to help you with that. That sounds fun. I'm good. I promise. I've never done it before, but I'm usually good at everything.
I'm very good at it.
Oh. I'll watch then.
Right, I just need a disguise kit, so.
So now that we are down 2 elves and 1 half-elf, if anyone comes to ask, I don't want to do the talking because I can't lie, but perhaps can one of you say that your hero and the other 2 left to...
Sure.
If you want to make an
Yeah, I would
Arcana
like to
check.
make an Arcana check on like what
You just did.
spell he just did. Yeah.
You would guess that this teleported is a 7th level spell that he just cast.
Dude.
Yeah, I knew he was a big boy.
Rifling. After
Who is taking first watch?
Yes. Are you? Do you just stay
You
up all
don't
night?
sleep.
No.
You can take all the
I
watches,
could
can't
take
you?
the whole watch, right?
You can.
Yeah,
Clink
I'll do that.
2?
Yeah.
Clink.
Electric
Clink 2, yeah. Perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Clink 2.
17.
Okay. So.
Before the night,
Well, during the night.
or during the night. Well, okay, yeah. I would want to speak to Vivian at some point.
Okay. After this first watch, she
Okay.
and Dagamaris both stir as their meditation is done.
Hey, is your hero like really important to you to like I don't know, like figure out where he went?
No.
The spell he performed was very powerful. I'm not worried about him. I don't think we can convince him to come back.
Sure.
It'd be nice if he was here, but
It is he would have been a nice ally.
and I can't say I'm not extremely curious about what he knows.
If you're really curious, Bads has, I know something that can help see where some people are.
A spell.
Yeah,
So you could see where he is?
potentially.
Or
Yeah.
who can you see?
Sometimes it doesn't always work.
Is there a name for this spell?
Yeah, I think it's commonly known as scry.
You can scry.
Yeah. Through the book. Yeah.
Without the material component, you can scry. That's what your creature gives to you.
You have the component.
You-
But you do need the component. Warlocks still need the component.
Oh,
If it-
warlocks
if it-
still need
If
components?
it costs
But you
money,
have the component. I will say that you have all the components
Okay,
for
yeah.
every spell that you have.
Okay.
Your theme grumbles and turns over.
I have been scryed upon many times, so, but is it, so since you know your hero, you could scry on him because you've seen him?
Right.
how
I
it works?
yeah. That's how that works.
You can scry on
That's how
people
I
you
know it
have not
works.
seen, correct?
you can if you have. I mean, it's less effective. You have a wider margin of error, but you could hypothetically, if you were given some likeness of them or some mode of familiarity. Just
So we could try to scry on Hector.
we could.
The guy you're looking for, your friend.
Yes.
Yes, but Yahiro now would not be a bad idea. And
No,
then
because you know
I
who
can
he
show
is.
you what Hector looks like with
Okay.
the pipe he gave me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, that would be excellent. I also have that spell, but I lack the component to cast it. So yes, that would be excellent.
Okay. It just sounded like you might have said something incriminating as well, and well, I don't want him to jeopardize either of you or any of us.
He won't.
You don't
What is
think
there
so?
to jeopardize?
Our
We're just-
location.
That is fine.
I am not strong enough to fight a lich. I don't think you are either.
I don't.
I'd like to not.
I don't.
I
think-
don't
anyone.
think that he is a lich or helping the liches.
I'm not talking about Yahiro. I'm talking about if he were to go and report that information to somebody. I don't think that the lich I scryed on is quite happy that someone knows his secret.
You think your hero might be working for the
No,
council?
I have no idea. No,
I understand what you're talking about, but I also don't think a lich will. Maybe they would. I don't know.
I mean,
Take the
people
time
I've
out of their
told-
day.
Well, let's find out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I.
Yeah, cast try. So you are familiar. So if he gets a -5 to the save.
Low rolls.
What is your save?
Good question. 16.
Roll a 13.
Oh, that indication.
Is it the middle of night? So it's about midnight at this point? No. It's like 4 a.m. at this point. No, sorry, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So you scry upon him.
Mm-hmm.
You see a dimly lit room with an oil lantern atop a wooden table extended out. Yahiro appears to have put his sword in front of him. He is speaking to somebody. A middle-aged gentleman with thinned top hair, a soul patch, and a mustache that goes out like this. You see Zed attack Xenos.
Oh, fucking. That man gets around.
Wow,
Zed's.
that one hurts.
Yeah.
That one's not what I was expecting to happen.
Yahiro does not seem happy. And Zed, make an insight check.
Big rolls.
Dirty 20.
Zed looks a bit frightened.
You guys.
Because there's a lich on the council.
Obviously, yeah. I just mean that, like, God, this session is awful. We're finding out so many awful things.
But you cannot make out anything of what they're saying, correct? Or can Describe give sound?
Good question.
I think you can hear, can't you?
Target hasn't
affected.
Was it
Or-
based
You
on a
can
save?
see and hear a particular creature.
Oh, I should have been able to hear that.
However, Zed does have true sight
Oh.
What the fuck?
because he
But he
is
doesn't-
a
he can't
member of the
dismiss it.
Merfolk
Always
Lieutenants.
on?
Always has it. However, you do hear from Yahiro. Agree with you. Zed. Just 1 minute. Who? We're getting scryed on, and Yahira. Where? And you see him.
No, he got the
And-
spell too.
His eyes light up. Should I see who it is? Zed. Can you do that? No, I can't. But he. Scry.
Everything hurts. Everything stings.
But I would know who he was talking to. And
No, you would not.
And I didn't hear him say his name.
No, you did not.
Okay,
But you
great.
saw him.
But I
you
saw.
did see
Yeah, I saw
You
that.
can describe him.
Zed is.
Would you like to describe Zed?
Yeah, Zed is a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you would you?
Yeah, I
you could just
describe-
say you describe Zed
Okay.
attacks in us.
Yeah, to the party. Yeah, he looked really beaten up, and but then they saw us. They both saw bats scrying, and I don't know. Yahira like snapped his fingers, and then it stopped.
That was not.
I don't know
what
if this
I was
is useful.
expecting
I'm
to hear.
sorry.
No, it is. That is.
Dagomars,
Yeah, fuck me. Damn
as you
it.
sit there.
Damn it. Yeah. I was just like, oh, we need to move.
Wait.
You look out into the forest. The large leaves of the forest rustling just above you as the stars gleam in through their canopy and the moon streams its luminescence onto your small camp. Illuminating the dead foliage all around you, the smell of bark, dust fills the air as you watch as lines of ants crawl across the ground carrying bits of tree nuts and the corpses of other hunted insects. You hear a loud
No, fuck me, dude.
before
Oh gosh, no, fuck. Oh no.
before a low
Wow, we're really doing this
reverberates from town. Looking towards Gren, you see a flash of light emanating through the trees. As you look at it, it slowly burns a bit less brightly, but begins to flicker as if something is on fire, silhouetting the large trees that block your sight. After a moment, you begin to hear screams, and you see, in the light of the flame and the luminescence of the moon, people running from the town. Then you hear crack of gunshots ring out into the night, a sound Vivian, Eupheme, and Dagomars have now heard quite a few of. You begin to run. Are you running?
I'm
What
awake,
are you guys doing?
I'm awake, I guess.
I wanna.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was for something.
Yeah, you thought it was Skaven?
Yeah,
I did too.
That's what I thought.
Skaven?
Yeah, no. I was like,
No,
fuck
yeah.
no, fuck no,
No,
fuck
for
no.
sure.
I was like, come on. We have so many other things
I know,
going
I
on,
was like,
please.
really? Right now we're bringing in this plot hook?
But-
Okay.
This could be a fun
What?
project.
What's going on?
Can we see?
You just hear.
If I hear screaming, I'll
And-
run towards it.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
It's coming from the
running towards it.
town, Brent.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Running
I-
towards
Which is how far away?
Quarter of a mile.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I do have.
Full rest.
Oh, does it
'Cause
take
I woke up-
fun?
For both
Does it
of
take
you,
10
you
Finally,
minutes to cast this?
finally.
Wow.
Oh, I get to do things.
You said
This
for
last,
Ready?
last,
for wait,
instead
for
of
both
last
of
battle
who?
where I literally had 0 spell slots, I get
The-
to
You get
the
a
fuck
two.
shit up.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and you already used
Let's
Scry, so
go.
that spell
I have
slot.
one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
3 spell slots already.
Running towards
Running
town.
towards it.
Okay, so
After putting on armor, which I think I whatever.
okay.
Oh, there's Balazar sounds.
You begin to run through the border of Amdaron, running past those that appear to be fleeing from the town and through the makeshift camps within the homesteads upon its outskirts. Looking left and right, you see your party members illuminated in the same light of night and fire, as well as the small crowds that have gathered on the periphery.
You would have used
Major.
disguise
Okay.
self.
I
probably.
used it. No, I don't have disguise self. I
Or-
only have alter self, and I used it twice.
Okay,
But then you got a long rest.
Oh yeah.
But then we probably would use it again.
I'm gonna say
before
no.
running. No?
because you didn't tell me before you said that you were running.
Oh.
That I would have disguised.
Well,
Yeah,
can
no,
I
that's
run
good.
and disguise at the same
You
time?
can do it now.
I am gonna mage
Okay,
armor
yeah.
Sure.
as well.
So disguise, mage armor, and disguise. Okay.
Yeah.
After about a minute of sprinting, you breach into the town, still hearing the crack of gunfire and now the clashing of swords, the spattering of blood upon soft dirt, and the clanking of armor. You hear battle from within the shadow of Gren's buildings, the flames roaring a bit larger now. What are you guys doing? Are you guys trying to peek into Gren?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then make stealth checks. Also.
Yes.
Don't do that well. Oh. A disadvantage.
Wow,
Right.
everything I roll is bad.
Gotta love heavy armor, man. It's a 5 for Cade.
11.
Okay. 11,
9.
9,
26.
Right.
Okay.
Carrying us.
So, but you do sneak into one of the very wide alleyways as people are funneling out, but very few at this point. You see behind you a small grouping, a thin line of people that are just looking out, trying to see, but too afraid to gather any closer. Looking out into the crossroads that Gren rests upon, you see a few combatants brawling in the light of both of the High Elven towers now on fire. High elves hanging from each of their ramparts from what look to be meat hooks. Some limp, others struggling against the steel, their sternum pierced very firmly, the other hook coming out through their esophagus. You see in the wider main path, and amidst the clouds of dust kicked up by those within it, around 11 people clashing swords and bone. You see 3 High Elven and 2 Half Elven soldiers, fighting against 6 others, 1 Dwarvish, 1 Halfling, and 4 human. 1 on the roof of the town hall with a rifle trained on the High Elves. You see every last one of the non-elvish people is wearing a blue ascot, though 2 of the humans appear to be wearing an iron breastplate with the face of Balanzar, mouth open wide with snakes pouring from his maw upon their chest, their arms exposed, revealing chiseled lean muscle and various tattoos upon their triceps. One of the humans appears to be wielding a rope with a meat hook tied to its end, swinging it violently around her body. What are you guys doing?
Into the fray.
Who are you fighting with?
Is it just the high? It's like high elves.
It's high
versus-
elves and wood elves. The wood elves look to be very cautiously helping the high elves. Again, you see as you still
like
look
the
upon
deserted, or just like
the deserted.
are helping the high elves.
They look to be.
Wow,
And
you
at this
really
point,
made
you
this a
see,
quandary.
you hear as one of the high elves falls from the tops of the burning wood tower, burning alive as they fall about 30 feet down, and then you see, and the screaming stops. You still hear the screams and the gurgles of the high elf swinging from the tops of the ramparts, and you hear the battle taking place. Though at this point, the one up above on the town hall, since you all rolled so poorly, trains the rifle on you, doesn't shoot, but what are you doing? Who are you fighting with, and what are your first actions? This is not a sneak attack round because you failed.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you 10 seconds
Okay.
to decide.
I would say something.
Okay, say it then.
We should get out of here. Let's go. Let's leave.
Hell no. I'm gonna
What?
get the guy on the roof.
You're going to shoot him with an Eldritch Blast?
How close is he?
Well, let's see. Okay. Let's roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to do. Oh, Cade.
Wow.
You and I are in the same boat.
Top of the round, the 1 Teldarian soldier is going to attack the dwarf. So you watch as the Teldarian soldier smacks up with his glaive once, and then another time right on the same shoulder that pierced through. The dwarf not wearing the armor of Balanzar, but oh wow, yeah, that's just. You watch as the dwarf falls dead on the ground.
Dead? Like
Yes,
dead?
absolutely dead. And the Teldarai looks then to the human.
Oh.
Wow.
We're just gonna stand there.
The other Teldarian soldier is going to look at the human and attack him. With the glaive, with one fell swoop, head flies.
Jeez.
He's dead.
You're like,
Okay.
I chose the wrong side.
Eupheme, it is your turn.
Where am I?
You're right there.
Oh, that's far.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then up 20 feet.
Math.
So 65 feet away. Well, probably about 55 actually. If you're going by
So
the-
if I run 30 feet, can I teleport 30 feet?
Yeah.
I'll do that to get
Okay,
right up next
so-
to him. Just run, not paying attention to
5,
anyone else.
10, 15,
And then
20.
I'll stretch out my hand as a specter kind of shoots out of my hand, and then I grasp onto it.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. That's really cool.
And
You
then
see, as you get up there, not a human, but red eyes and light blue skin with a mop of curly white hair.
Oh.
interesting.
Oh. That's
Oh, cool.
Oh my.
Interesting. I'm gonna spin around and
So many
fucking
mysteries.
hit him.
All right, so you see as Eupheme whips the specter out, grabs on, pulls out as the specter dissipates in front of what you all think currently is still human.
Yeah.
Yeah. And without any words, I'm gonna
Murder.
yeah. Pull out my hand, and then my blade appears in my hand and slash her.
Okay, excellent.
So good.
19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
It's 8 points of damage for the first
Until
hit.
we
8
learn
points,
that there's
okay.
a
And then
drought.
the second
and
hit.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, now it's
It's
really.
a 18 to
I
hit.
can't tell.
18, okay, that hits.
Please don't kill the drow.
And then that's another 8 points of damage.
8, okay. All right, so you slice down.
Oh, these are non-lethal, by the way. I don't know.
Well, she's not dead.
Cool, but yeah, non-lethal.
Okay. So as you're slicing in, seeing only an empty hand at 1st, not willing to dodge that, she tries to go in as a sword, materializes in your hand, cuts down on her shoulder, non-vital organs, but you still both times. All right. It is now the half-wood elf.
Wow. High
who is
fucking rolls.
engaged with the other human, also is going to be non-lethal damage. You see, cut the knees of the human, and sort of like shove the short sword into his shoulder, and just stay down, please, stay down. He is now unconscious, as you assume did non-lethal, judging by her moves. But all of the humans at this point, except for the woman, have been taken out of the fight. Is now Icklid's turn.
Okay, so we have these two are
High Elven,
High Elven.
Tel'Darai,
Yeah.
half Wood Elven,
Okay.
half Wood Elven,
And then the
halfling.
halfling, and then this is
The woman
the woman.
that's swinging the meat hook.
Okay. I will have Bath jump off me, and I'll flip open my book.
Okay.
And I'll go, boosh, and I cast slow.
Okay. What is the radius of slow?
40-foot cube.
Damn.
40-foot cube.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So. This one.
Oh, look how short they are. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So there you go. So
wait, you said I got the drow too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Succeeded.
Okay, cool.
So you watch as Icklid flips open the book, the eyes almost like water, but flowing upwards. Comes out of his eyes. The imp seems to almost like
they're all creepy.
quiver in space as you see a miasma of like sickly, almost thick liquid, but imperceptible nearly to the eye, coat. Everybody. Some of them don't seem to be affected, seeing nothing happen. Others appear to be moving incredibly slowly. Okay. It is now Vivian's turn.
I thought we were still traveling, so I don't have any of my combat spells prepared. So I have a sextuple third level catapult.
Okay, at whom?
At the Balanzar. Yeah.
The woman?
Yeah.
She fails.
Nice.
No, it's -2 to dex saves.
Okay.
So that was a natural 19, -1, which is 18, -2, which is 16.
Sadly,
Okay,
plus dice
so
away.
you throw it again. As it flies past.
Well, then I do nothing.
Okay. It is now Dagamar's Skur's turn.
Okay. I'm going to fuck. I'm going to fuck. Firebolt
Whom?
the girl. The
Okay.
Balanzar gal.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So make an attack.
Okay. 25 to hit.
That hits.
That'll do. 13 points of damage. And then we are going to quicken. And we're going to do it again. Firebolt as a bonus action, which would be a 12 to hit.
Misses.
Misses.
Is in favor of the gods?
Oh shit, yes, because I can do that after the fact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which gods though? Like what gods?
How are you favored by gods?
What gods are you favoring?
3, so
Divine
plus
sorcerer.
7. So 19.
Yes, that hits. It's innate within.
Name the god.
Yeah, but which
2,
god though?
Ooh, we don't know.
only 3
it
points
red?
of damage.
Okay.
Does it look red?
That's firebolt. So.
Well, you know, the
Okay,
little
so you-
chest thing.
As the firebolts through the space, illuminating the shadowy alleyway that you find yourselves within. Still moving slowly.
Okay.
Heart key.
Sorry, I'm going to do my second wind, or not second wind. The shit where I gotta do action surge. That one. Whee!
Then action search.
So I do, and then I'm going to use fairy fire.
Right there? All three of them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dex saving throw
For all three.
for all 3.
And they have advantage?
They have.
Oh, no. They
I
don't.
don't think so.
18 -1 for the woman. Natural 1 for one of the Tel'Darai. And a 17 plus 5.
Okay,
for
so
the-
one of them,
so one of them
and
is
an
slow.
advantage against any attacks on him.
Wait, what did the
For the
woman roll?
Tel'Darai.
Yeah,
19.
Tel'Darai
Okay.
gets fuck him, man. I guess. Screw him. We gotta make it even.
Okay, I'll just put poison.
Bonus action. I'm just going to. I'm gonna hold person.
That is a 11.
Okay, so she fails. So she's now held.
Nice. That makes up for the natural one.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Cool.
Okay.
So that is my turn.
Okay.
And I'll actually move closer. So 30 feet closer, just walking.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right here?
Maybe a little bit further back because I don't want to be like standing there and the person be like, "Yo, I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Right here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Alright, so it is now the half-drow's turn, and she is going to look at you, reveal her belt, pull a contraption from it as a grappling hook off
Nah.
to the left,
Sexy.
and pulls her to the other roof. You get
Sexy.
disadvantage on this opportunity attack.
Wow, I'll take it.
Okay.
That was sexy, I'm gonna say that. Rifle and a grappling hook? And half drow? Hello.
I didn't hex her.
But you get disadvantage.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. That is a 13.
Okay, so as she goes off to the left, Action surge. She's gonna look at you, pull out a pistol, and fire at you.
Oh, gunslingers, and there are many items.
That is a 26 to hit
That hits, yeah.
and a 16 hit.
16 hits.
Okay.
Oh man.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wow, she poisoned. No.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Trying to
bullet.
Poison
knock me over or something.
bullets.
Knock you over.
Con 14.
Okay, that fails.
Just don't roll it.
Holy shit.
So that's 26 piercing damage.
Nice.
Wow.
And 17 poison damage. As she... You feel immediately grip your lungs. As you... Looks like it hurts.
Ouchie.
It's not bad.
Wow.
Feels like it hurts.
Okay. It is now the half-wood elven ranger's turn right there. He's going to... You watch as the halfling... Looks like it hurt, but it also looks like the half-wood elf was not aiming for lethal, though the halfling is going to look back and attack them. It's a natural 18. Okay. Slashes back. It is now the woman's turn. Wisdom save to try and get out. Natural 2. Fails.
Damn.
Remains paralyzed. Okay. It's now the Tel'Darai turn.
Fuck it up. Now
And
that
if
we're on
he's,
your side
if he's
this
within
time.
5 feet, he gets crit on any hit
Fine.
and advantage.
Okay. It's a natural 19.
Damn.
It's another natural 19. Both hit.
Both are crits.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
So that's 44 points of damage.
She's
to
being
her.
really destroyed.
Yeah, that's yikes.
You need to make a wisdom save.
What?
Interesting.
Interesting. Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
15.
That saves. You see the woman getting carved while paralyzed. Humphrey pops into your mind. You feel sorrow for a moment, then it passes. So now this Tel'Darai's turn.
She's still standing?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh, nice. Beef.
Yeah.
So that's gonna hit.
Cake. Beef cake.
That misses. Okay, so only one hits. 26 points of damage off of that one hit. Okay, so again, you see the bit of the blade out of her chest. Sort of like coughs up blood in her paralyzed state. It is now Eupheme's turn.
Still alive
Not
though?
dead.
So, would jumping over be an action?
You'd have to make an acrobatics check. And I wouldn't, it's not an action, but you could fall.
Okay.
That's a 10-foot drop down and a 10-foot drop across.
I'll do it.
Okay, make an acrobatics check then.
Could we go?
I'm gonna say you use half your movement because you're gonna walk back and get a running.
Okay, that sounds
Okay.
good.
Acrobatics.
Wow.
24.
Okay, so
Wow.
you land pretty well on the edge of that. But that is all of your movement.
We're hitting her.
With what? You are
My sword.
10 feet away.
Oh, that's all my movement.
Yes.
That's whack.
Throw a blast.
I grow an arm.
Throw a little blasty blast.
No, if I'm
Extra
10 feet
arms.
away, then she can shoot me.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's whack. I'm going to cast Mirror Image then.
Okay.
Smart.
It It's 2 or 3 more, right?
3 more.
Yeah. Pop
Is
up.
it-
Whole band of Yuffie.
There's like, they're all on the edge.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast, or I'm going to use my Relentless Hex. Or Hexblade's Curse, sorry.
Hexblade's Curse. Okay. It is now the Wood Elven Scout's turn.
That's it.
She's going to do 5, 10, 15, 20. Attack. Okay, that misses. That misses. Both of her attacks as the halfling nimbly dodges all of them. It is now Icklid's turn.
Okay. I can definitely see everything that's happening up on the roof, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I will have. Okay. I'll flip to another page of my book and I'll cast. I'll go. Tardush Yacht, and I'll cast Eldritch Blast
On whom?
on the
Okay. She has half
on the
cover,
roof.
so just let you know she has, I believe, +2.
Plus
to
2?
AC. Okay, so make an attack roll.
Okay. So first one. Ooh, 14.
14? Okay,
Yeah.
misses as it. You hit the very edge of the stable. Hay out, but it whizzes past her face.
Okay.
You should
and
get 2.
then, Yeah, I do.
You do. Eldritch Blast. Oh, another 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the exact same spot. That's it. Okay. You just see as the imp, by the way, is just throwing them out of monstrous claws. And Icklid just seems to be in the back.
God, that is creepy as fuck.
If I
It's horrendous. It's awful. Oh my god.
if is it one of my actions for the imp to use one of its actions?
Again,
on the familiar
it's
table?
just acting as a focus.
Okay,
for all
it's
intents
just
and
a
purposes.
okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then. Okay. That's my
That's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it is Vivian's turn.
Yeah. Seeing as though there are like 3 euphemes blocking my view of the half-drow woman, I'm not going to risk that. I will scooch up 30 feet beside Dagomaris.
That's only 20 feet.
Oh, I will scooch up 20 feet
20.
beside Dagomaris.
Okay.
I want to be next to him.
Okay, 25.
God. I don't know. Let's just knock her out. I'm gonna use a 2nd level catapult on the Balanzar gal.
Okay. So she misses.
Cool.
And any
yeah.
attack that hits is a critical hit.
No.
If it's within 5 feet,
No,
sorry.
so not that. Not a range.
But you get advantage, yeah. Oh, but it automatically.
Okay, so that's 15,
Jeez.
19,
Nice.
22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, yeah. So you pick up another rock. A bit of her skull.
Yeah.
Flaps.
Yikes.
Wow, she's still going?
Aw.
Tank!
Poor
Huh.
lady.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a rough one.
I didn't mean to pop her. Hey, sorry everyone.
Okay.
Fine.
So it is now Dagomaris' turn.
So. Shit. Okay. Fuck, man. It's a tough one. I'm going to drop the hold person on her.
Okay.
Is that an action? That's just a.
I
See,
don't
that's
think
just
it's an
concentration. I
action,
just
it's
typed
a
it.
concentration
it
spell,
isn't.
though.
Yeah, just go.
Okay.
Cool. I'm going to bonus action,
Quicken.
quicken, hold person at the 3rd level.
How many sorcery points do you have?
9.
Man's
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, so.
Man's
yeah.
got.
Did you take the
No,
sorcerer feat?
8 total.
Yes.
So-
yes, he did.
That was
Metamagic
the
initiative.
metamagic adept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can quicken. So using quicken is 2. And
One person. Who are you holding?
I'm holding 2 targets. I'm holding both of the Tel'Darai. Or attempting to.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wisdom saves?
Yeah.
It's a natural 3, so. Yep. So that one on the right has fairy fire on them. I'm gonna use this one as the hold person, okay? And a natural 7. Both are held. Okay, so both of them and the woman.
I'm so.
And
intrigued.
then I am going to. Well, when does the slowing start? Not that I know that, not metagaming, but just like I want to try to walk up to the woman.
Slow is a spell that's cast on those people that are there.
Oh, I thought it was an
That's something that
area of
sticks to
effect. Sorry. Okay, then I'm just going to walk up to the woman, which I believe I can.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Am I next to her? Like,
Yeah, we were from 5 feet.
okay, so I can inflict wounds.
You already actioned and then
I have bonus action. I haven't actioned.
Yep.
Thank you.
Is this lethal damage?
Non-lethal, but I'm going to do it at 2nd level.
You're doing non-lethal specifically.
Yeah.
This is wild. Okay, yeah. Make an attack roll. She is no longer
Interested.
paralyzed, so just do it regularly.
Okay.
She still is in slow.
She's in slow, so her AC is -2.
Okay.
Oh. 10.
Okay, so you try and reach out and very weakly.
Oh, he was thrilled that didn't hit.
I know.
The look of joy on
Holy
his face.
shit.
I think she has some shit and he hasn't got to use it at all.
Well,
That's
she
the
could maybe
sign
use
of
it
a-
now.
Okay, is that your
The
turn?
DM.
To a second creature in range with the same spell as long as spells. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn, sure.
Okay. It is now the half-drow's turn. Just gonna look at you. You are human. Fight with me. I'm fighting with you. And that's her turn.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
That's not bad.
Okay. It is now the half wood elven's turn. Going to attack the halfling. Both misses again. As the halfling is just
Jukes.
juking all over as the sword is through the wood. It is now the halfling's turn, who's going to attack the half wood elf. It's going to miss. It's also going to miss.
Wow.
Okay.
Dancing.
Yeah, dude.
And you can roll another wisdom save on the end of the turn to try to get out slow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the halfling and the wood elf. Halfling rolled a natural 19. But the wood elf did not. And the half wood elf did
Damn,
not.
this poor wood elf.
Okay. It is now Karada's turn. She's going to look up at Eupheme.
Named?
Yeah. Seeing that the Tel'Dorai are no longer moving, is going to look at you. Throw the meat hook seemingly past you. As you sit there, you hear as she pulls it back in. I need
In slow motion.
Yes. That's a natural 18. That's 8
Damn.
points of damage, and I need you to make a Constitution
You said
saving
8?
throw. Yes, 8 to hit. 8 damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Man,
Okay.
they all got poison.
Meat hooked.
12.
12. All right.
Con?
So you yes.
Okay.
So you into your shoulder, but you see the hook is ridged, serrated, and you begin bleeding profusely from the wound. You will now take 2 damage, flat, true damage, every turn you remain grappled, as you are now grappled.
DOT.
With a free action, she is going to pull you toward her.
Oh.
Sorry, this is sexy as well.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
No, the meat hook
nice.
mechanic
That's
is cool.
That's good.
23 to hit. Okay.
I just have a shit ton of HP, so
Do
it's
you have
like.
a shield or something?
And also, it's really nice. Nah, it's fine. Shield wouldn't have
Do you
helped on
have
a.
shield?
I do have shield. Wow.
It's 13 points of damage as she cracks you right on the face.
Oh.
Big sexy.
You are prone and you are stunned.
Is this
until
all?
the end of your next
Is
turn.
this all
Big.
one action?
Sexy.
Yes.
Sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes. It's a free action.
That.
So you are stunned and now prone on the ground, still grappled. Okay, you take 2 points of bleeding damage as well.
Right now?
At the end of your turn.
With that at the end of my
Sorry,
turn?
beginning of your next turn. Sorry. Go.
So I don't take it yet.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay. It is now the Tel'Darai's turn. You need to make a concentration check on hold person.
Right. Natural 20. Except at this point, I could drop
Except
it.
it's 2. You need to make 2 because she hit you twice.
But
She hit you
I
with a
can
meat hook?
I can just drop it now, right?
No, because it's not your turn.
But couldn't I just
But,
not
no.
concentrate?
That's not how it works.
Oh, I failed.
Oh, gee.
9 plus what would it be? Con?
Yeah, con.
A 17.
That fails. I mean, sorry, that succeeds.
Fucking get it! Why am I so good at this game?
Okay. So okay. So one Tel'Darai breaks free,
That's fine.
and the left one remains held.
Then
It
the
is now
Tel'Darai.
Eupheme's turn.
Okay.
I'm huge.
Yeah, you're a big
Big
guy.
boy.
I'm gonna walk up close to her.
Okay.
God damn it, bro. I am human. End of turn.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hit her.
Okay.
You're a human. I'm fighting with you. Pop. Hey,
I don't
pop.
know what the fuck you're talking about.
We can talk when you're tied up and you don't have a gun and a grappling hook. And I don't know, a pistol as well, and whatever else she has.
It's a 15 to hit.
No, that misses. So you try and go in.
That's a 20 something to hit.
Yes, that hits.
I'm going to use the Eldritch Smite.
Smite.
Okay. Yeah.
So, D10. 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it's. I haven't fought with Eupheme so much. So 12.
Points of damage?
I'm sorry. 22 points of damage.
Total
Yeah.
plus the slashing.
Plus the. What did I do for this? Wait.
11.
6, 5 is 11. 15 extra. Sorry.
So
My
15.
math is trash.
No, you're good. Okay. So you slash against her like lower hip, and as you hear a pop as she falls on the ground, blood beginning to seep into her thick leather armor, and she's now prone.
Yes, I knock her prone. Bonus action, healing word.
Okay. Did you just roll another 14?
No.
Okay. Just said it.
No, those were the two.
Okay.
I heal for 6.
Okay. It's now the Wood Elf's turn.
Hit him.
That hits.
Yay.
He is now knocked unconscious.
Oh, cool. We're getting there.
Okay. It is now Icklit's turn.
Okay. I want to have. If I count the squares right, I want to have bats fly within 60 feet of Eupheme, which I think is just
Again,
like.
because it's a focus, you're going to be right next to him.
I'm gonna be right next
Yeah.
to him. Okay, I will move.
5, 10, 15.
And then that's within 60 feet. Bonus action will. I will use. What the fuck is it? Flip to a new page in my book. Say another incantation. I use Healing Light. And I use. I roll 46 to heal Eupheme.
The fucking celestial will soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Someone's here to heal you, female. Support. The support
Let's
is
go.
supported. That's when you have a good
You healed
party.
13 points.
Support has support.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay. So, again, the water now glowing a deep orange as it pours from your eyes. You see as bats and a stream of super cooled wind tunnels over and drapes you. Okay.
And then okay, that's my turn. That's it.
Okay. It is now Vivian's turn.
I am going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on the gal. So she has to make a strength save. So I do it on the halfling, and now I'm like,
Natural 2.
oh, really? Cool. Well, she's grabbed.
She also takes damage, yeah?
Yes, she takes 2d6. Sorry, I was grabbing my
2d6?
2d6.
Okay, is this lethal?
Oh, she's that low.
I know, but I'm.
Yeah.
Have I noticed anybody else doing the non-lethal, like the wood elves? Have I noticed them?
What do you do?
No, I know, but I just
You don't know.
Vivian. Okay, then no, it's lethal.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, it's only 6
Fuck a
points.
bitch.
Fuck Vivi.
It's
Oh my
6
God.
points. I haven't seen any. I
Okay,
don't
so
know
it's
what
6
the game
points.
plan
So
is.
you see as a hand out from behind her. She looks back, tries to stop the large stone fingers. You see as her bones out of her skin. Her eyes pop out, and she sits, the hand being drenched in blood. The Teldorai.
Oh, gosh, fuck them, dude. Why? Oh, I know.
Okay, Dagamaris,
It's like-
you're stunned, and you seeing that right above you,
And I will automatically dismiss the
Okay.
hand, and it'll.
and it right next to Dagamaris. Okay. The other one.
Do I have to make? Well, is it my turn at some point?
No, you end your turn.
But
from
do I have to
stun.
take damage though? You said like I take damage at the beginning of my turn for like being bleeding.
Oh yes, you take 2, which means you have to make another concentration check.
Save. Good at 17.
Okay.
So one guy's still just like held, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I'm trying to let you go. I can't.
Is it
So
my turn yet?
it is now her turn, and she is going to flip up, pull out the other pistol. She's going to use grit as well. She's going to use
Grit.
two violent
Heal
shots.
her.
2 violent
He's
shots.
gonna
Wow.
roll natural one.
Disrespectful.
16 plus
I didn't
8.
heal her. I healed myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heal
Yeah,
her.
he's
Bro.
She shits ya.
Yeah, she's
sorry, I got confused. I thought you went down. Mine
That
was-
is a 24 and an 18.
With disadvantage?
She doesn't get disadvantage when she's firing a pistol.
Oh, cool.
What?
At,
Wait,
at 5
what?
feet damage?
Oh,
At 5
because
feet range?
whatever. Okay, all right, I know. Yeah.
Yes, so
I'm gonna
you need
roll
to
for
roll
the-
for the 2 attacks.
So the first one hits clone.
Okay.
8 or higher. Nice.
Nice,
The second
hello.
one hits the clone.
Wow.
As you seamlessly maneuver through both of their heads as they both shimmer out. You just have one more left. And she
Shadow clone juice.
Pissed.
Shadow clone.
It was a cologne.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
This one is going to move over here and make sure that he's okay. On her next turn, she's still slowed, but she is going to make a wisdom save. Fails.
This poor wood elf.
Okay, well, half would have.
Half wood
Okay.
elf. Poor girl.
Okay, everyone is dead.
DM jumping between
that-
two people.
Teldorai is going to look at you. What regiment are you from? Don't recognize you. Were you... Why are you here?
I'm just like on the ground.
We relax for
I
a
was-
second.
Okay, that is their turn.
Okay.
The other one is going to try and get out of whole person.
I just have a hook in me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He fails. It is now Euphem's turn. Oh, she's also not.
Not prone anymore. No disadvantage on that. That's a goddamn shame. Do I? Is that lady dead? Like dead?
Which lady?
How close is she? The lady that got squished.
Oh, she's really dead.
Damn.
you wanted to befriend her.
I wanted her not to die.
Sorry. I was sitting here and I was like, you know, I am still an evil character.
What are you doing?
That was the only
Bursting.
reason- That was the only reason I did that.
You're bursting?
I didn't want her to die, and I knew they would kill her.
Nah, we're bursting. I'm gonna use Green Flame Blade
Okay, green flame blade.
and attack.
Make an attack roll.
Tight spell.
Come on, baby.
Natural 1.
What is with
I
your
was
little
kidding.
curses?
What are you talking about?
Don't wish that upon me, bro. 14 plus 7, 21.
That hits.
Another Eldritch Smite.
Okay, yeah. Do it up.
D10. Here it
You're
is.
rolling a 10. Let's go.
It is a 10. 6 plus 4. And then the D8 for the Green
So
Flame
that's 10
Blade.
damage. Okay.
Plus 5 for the Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And then 4d8 for the...
God, you are rolling a lot of dice right now.
So you get it done.
Astounding.
Not great. That's 10 plus 5. And
15.
and then I forgot last time the hex damage.
Yeah. So 15 plus.
Plus 3.
Okay.
So
18.
18, yeah.
Jeez. That's a lot of damage. So all of you just look up to the commotion and you just see green flame, arcs of white and pink lightning. Okay.
Second attack.
Yep, second attack.
She's still not down. Golly.
She's prone now.
Yep, so you get advantage.
Golly gee whiz.
Go.
Get it, G.
Can I roll better? That is a 18 to hit. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And these are all non-lethal, by the way.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
Ah, yes.
drow's alive.
A sword with the green flame, non-lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12.
12 points of damage. Okay.
If only I
So
hadn't
you-
said non.
Slice down one more time. Still not unconscious. Okay.
Damn.
This one is also going to go and try and stabilize this one as much as you can. Oh, 16. Very nice. Okay. Icklid, it is now your turn.
I still can't see.
No.
Okay.
She's prone again.
Then I will look at the carnage,
Yes.
close up my book, and run behind the one to my right.
This building?
Yeah, the building to my right.
5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20.
Yep. That's my turn.
Okay. It is now Vivian's turn. Vivian.
I'm just chilling. There's no one to fight.
Okay, so you just want to pass?
Yeah, I pass.
Okay, Dagamar Skur.
So the guy just asked me a question what regiment I was from?
Mm-hmm.
I was protecting someone, a traveler through this spine.
Persuasion check. Because you technically were doing that. Or you thought you were.
25.
That's from a 13, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
13, baby.
Okay. Are you dropping concentration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dropping the concentration, and I'm going to stand up and try to. Am I still technically grappled with that thing?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
No one is like tugging on it.
But can
so
I like pull it out?
Yes.
Or what,
And you take 5 points of damage as you do so.
okay. But
So
that's my action though.
Yes.
But
Well,
I
I'll
have-
say that that's a free action to pull it out because no one's trying to keep it taut.
Do I also take 2 damage at the beginning of my turn?
Yes. So you take a total of 7 damage.
Cool. And now, I can't see anything up there.
No. Well, you can see Eupheme's
This is
head.
Eupheme's battle.
Okay. I can see you. Can I see Eupheme
Yeah,
though?
you did get healed. That was nice.
At all?
No. Oh, you can see his head.
Which is like 3/4 cover or something.
He's got 3
And
quarters.
my luscious locks.
So,
Yeah.
I could technically
Frosted
healing word
Yes, you could.
at 3rd level.
No. Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Then I will healing word.
Support.
You're like, I already have 4.
Everyone can heal.
Don't.
Yikes.
Euphem's like, you know what? I like this one.
4.
This group.
Yeah, this is like the
Two
first time
other
I've ever been healed.
That's
Yeah, well, you would have been healed by
14
Clink
points
if
of
you didn't
healing.
die.
14 points of healing from a bonus action. Whoa! That's called a balance.
I will still use my sorcery points.
Okay, to do what?
I will make that healing word
Twinning?
twin,
Yeah,
and I'll heal
can do that.
myself.
Oh.
Because you can use twin.
This is what we call mileage.
7.
This is what we
11
call getting
points of
mileage.
It's called
damage.
action.
11
and that's why I
points.
put sorcerer so high.
Yeah.
11 points of healing for myself.
That's 25 points of healing.
In one turn.
In one turn.
Yes. Without ever
Without
using
using
an
an
actual
action.
from a fighter sorcerer, everybody.
Yeah, from a fighter sorcerer, yes.
Let's go!
Vivian, for a while, had a pretty big dick on the party, and now with all of this happening, I'm like, here's my catapult.
Okay. Anyway, we're done with that. We're done with that. So
Yeah,
it's now,
sorry, there we go.
It's now her turn.
She gets up
She gets back
again.
up.
She keeps fighting.
Okay.
Stay down.
That's a
Told you to stay down.
I can't do it again. Fine. How about stop? Damn it.
I always get back up.
I get knocked down.
We're all in a space today, aren't we?
Oh, yes. I call my spell.
Okay, so she has to roll a d6 to see if her grappling hook recharges. It does. Nice. She is going to pull out a gun, load a shot into it, and it's going to fire right next to your head. As it explodes. It deals no damage, but it pops. Your drums.
Yeah.
Blood gushes. You are now stunned, and your movement speed is halved by 2 hours. For 2 hours.
And that just hits?
That just hits.
Fuck me. My clone doesn't have anything to do with that?
Oh, actually, yeah. Roll a
Just
d20.
to
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
Your
'Cause
clone's
that could
eardrums,
actually stop
baby.
it.
Wow, that is shocking, though. 2
Literally.
hours.
Literally shocking.
Yeah.
2 hours, you're like, I
Stunned
can't
for
move,
the
I can't
turn.
move.
Man.
Alright,
She only
and
gets
roll
1 per day.
Over an 11.
Still, though. Gunslingers, man.
It's specific to her.
Oh, she's
Nah,
just really
nah, it hits me.
Okay, so you're stunned. She immediately turns behind and moves 60 feet in this
No,
direction.
why do you always run away from us? Answers.
Oh, so we can't
Why
see
do you
her.
elude us?
Nope. Cannot.
Wow. We lose Yahiro and the half drow.
We never had that after.
Never heard it.
We could have. She was
If
here.
any of the rest of us could fucking climb or teleport up there,
Okay, so you are now out
and we
of
could
combat.
have a team
Wait,
kill.
oh, I want to do something before she leaves.
You're stunned.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Like this round, right? She's.
Till the end of your turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
wait. She would
Disrespect.
then what? Run 30 more feet away.
So
60,
she
'cause
runs
she could
60
dash.
feet with the grapple
Yeah.
hook, and then she runs 30 feet.
That's
90
still within
feet.
range of.
I'm not gonna do an algebra.
Okay, alright, alright.
Yeah.
In the town, just up on the top.
Well, she'd also have big cover because there's trees.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, makes sense. Fair.
Golly. Wait, she
It's
run
fine.
into the
I wanted her
forest
to get
Eberron?
away anyway.
Well, not into the forest or anything like
Yeah,
that.
in the
Again,
forest.
this way is the north.
Sure.
So she ran.
Okay.
Okay. So, combat is over.
Whew.
You all come
From like moral quandaries.
out of it. Eupheme
2 hours.
comes off.
Hobbling.
Well, at the end of the first hour, you do get to make another Constitution or a Constitution saving
Yeah,
throw.
a constitution.
A.
Okay. Yeah, I'll slowly meander my way back down.
Okay. So you all see the remnants of it. The half wood elves seem to be dragging the halfling and the dwarf, or sorry, the halfling and the one human that they managed to save off to the side, tying them up with rope. The Teldorai. All right, I believe you. Was that you who was casting magic on everybody? And they look immediately to you, who's holding a spellbook. It was you. What regiment were you in?
She was with me doing the guarding of the person.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Let him know.
30.
Yeah.
Let him know. All right. Yeah, 30.
Okay.
Christ.
All right. Well, thank you for the assistance. Why was I paralyzed, though? At any point during this fight?
That was me. I didn't want her to die. I wanted to ask questions. So I wanted to not happen. But I saw that.
Kicks her head.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, I didn't know we were trying to not.
It is okay.
I appreciate it. There's no question that I need answered by them.
I wanted to ask them questions.
Like what? What do they smell like? Shit.
Doesn't matter anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, it does not.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
And you.
I'm like facing sort of
You're
kind of
human.
off.
You're human. No, get over here.
Don't.
Oh my gosh.
He's with us.
I got shot
Persuasion check.
sort of next to in the air.
Yes, we noticed that the rifle was no longer trained upon us.
Why 10? Why?
My
Why
ear's
a
bleeding.
4?
All right.
Yes, they are.
Well, I appreciate your help. Still smell like shit, though. Well, always a pleasure having a nice high elf on my side, especially in this hellhole. What's your name?
Jake Hopper.
No!
With a 30, I'm gonna allow it. Interesting name. And yours?
Calliope Calgrove.
Another interesting name. But I really don't give a shit. And the other one comes up. Why was I held for so long now?
Sorry.
Ah.
Sorry about that.
Well, she died anyway. I don't care about your name. And they walk off.
Leaving the bodies.
Yeah, however, they do seem to walk over to the half-wood elves. If you don't want to go over there. If you want to go and listen, you can.
Ooh, yeah, we can eavesdrop.
Okay, nice job.
Feel
Do I even have to
dirty.
eavesdrop? Can I just fucking walk over there?
Yeah, you can just walk over there if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk over. And why are you keeping these alive? The half-wood elf. Ask them questions. I don't believe I'm not judge, jury, and execute. Well, we are. And they
No.
spin the glaive.
Oh.
Oh, fuck me, man.
What are you gonna do? Are you doing anything?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Sorry, guys. I can't have it. I can't have it happen.
Do you think?
Whole person, third level, both of them.
Okay.
person?
So they. This man straight up Shikamaru out here.
We are really.
Okay. Wisdom save.
I don't
Yeah,
want. Like literally, it's
21.
tough. It's the situation where it's like
This is
there's things on both
Okay,
sides.
so the one that was about to attack, the halfling, succeeds. So he has +4 to that, which is 20. That one also succeeds, both of them. Can I help you? Is there a problem here?
I guess we're gonna ask them questions.
Are you ordering me around? Do you know what I am? And he pulls the tabard aside, and you see Mithril. Tell Dorai. It means I do whatever I want. To whatever human I want.
Kill list?
Okay.
Okay, it's crazy, dude.
How do they look?
I didn't want
They look untouched.
Untouched?
Yeah, but they're fucking Tel'Dorai. We've killed Tel'Dorai so easily.
I have
Yeah, man.
all of my 5th level and 4th level
What are you
spells.
doing? Because they just turn back around.
And they're gonna kill these two that are just lying on the ground. And these are not neither of these have been wearing Balanzar shit.
They're wearing blue ascots.
If they go for the strike again, I will cast Eldritch Blast.
If
They're both going to
yeah, 100%. I'm going to.
Going
so
in.
what I'm doing right now.
make an initiative check. Or,
Okay.
oh my
Oh,
god,
what?
roll initiative. Anyone who's going to be a part of this.
I would also like to.
You're
join
not.
the initiative.
You're behind him. Okay.
15, but fucking, I know exactly what I want.
23.
Okay, well.
13.
I mean, I guess. Oh my god. I just want to
Do you
peer around the
even see
corner.
it?
You don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Combat. Except.
Damn it. Sorry, guys. That's just.
I'm with it.
Well,
Unless
especially when
it's
they say
Yeah.
we're Tel'Darai. I can do whatever the fuck I want to. I'm like, okay, well, I will kill you.
It is. We
You
are in
can
this
die,
really
bitch.
interesting situation of, hey, you guys shouldn't like burn shit, but also the Tel'Darai still fuck
Yeah.
you though.
Yeah.
We're only here with the deserted.
Yeah, it was kind of like, hey, these guys, fuck them, but these guys, you know.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So, Eupheme, as you see them about to plow the glaive into the halfling's chest, what are you doing? At this point, by the way, you see some crowds beginning to gather. As the fires start
That's
to
actually
burn,
kind of good on our side, though. We'll see.
they start to burn a little less brightly. You don't. Oh, god damn it. You cast a concentration spell. And you had disguise self.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh.
because I didn't catch that.
Wait, no, but disguise self is not
It's
concentration.
concentration.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Ultimate
Oh, it isn't?
isn't
No.
either.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I made
Okay.
sure that.
Okay.
prior.
Okay.
And I was
good.
like, what?
Okay, good. All right, so you do see people gathering along the edges, and you see some of the injured high elves off to the side as well. Okay. Eupheme.
Bonus action, hex to the one on the left.
Okay.
There's a
This one right here?
hex.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
wood
that
elf's
one.
gonna fight what? Oh, interesting.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Now we put them in a moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hex
So
to that one,
it's
and then we're
hex.
Eldritch Blasting both of them.
Okay.
We're Eldritch Blasting both of them twice.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. Double down, baby.
I don't think that you can you do that?
Yeah, because one Eldritch Blast is 2 by level.
Are you sure?
Level 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Heyo.
One Eldritch Blast is 2 beams.
And they have a disadvantage on ability checks.
If you hit.
Not charisma, dex checks.
Okay.
We'll use the dex checks to our advantage.
Usually it's just saves.
it's just saving
Yeah.
throws.
Yeah, I'm attacking. Right.
Okay.
So this is for the one I casted hex on.
Yep.
Sorry. Eldritch Blast.
And they're hexed, right?
Only one of them's hex. Nine. For the first
Hit?
one.
Nope. Doesn't hit.
That's better.
Okay.
Um.
You, by the way, are still slowed, by the way.
Oh, so that means I don't
Half-
get to
No,
it.
half speed.
Oh, half speed. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So this one is hexed.
That's a 24 for the second one.
Yes, that hits.
Go ahead and roll damage for that. It's 8 plus
What's going on, dude?
9 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then for the one on the right,
Okay.
that is 19 for the first hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and 11 for the second one.
Okay. So the first one hits.
God damn it. 7 points of
Okay.
damage.
All right. So Eupheme whips out his cards as they all turn into blasts of brackish brown and light yellow energy. Both. What the? As both of them are hit in their mithril armor. Okay. The half wood elven, the deserted, is just gonna stare off at what's happening. Dagamaris, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to expend, because I'm right up next to them. So I could do inflict wounds at some point.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm going to expend bonus action. This is my bonus action.
Okay.
Expend a 3rd level spell to gain back 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
I am then going to use at the 1st level inflict wounds, and I'm going to twin it, which is
Yes.
1 sorcery
Yes.
point. So that is going to be 2 attack rolls.
Yes, 2 attacks.
Yeah.
2 attack rolls. The first one is a 24 to hit. The second one is an 11 to hit.
Okay, so the first one hits.
Okay. So we will do 3d10,
That still gets rid of 2 first level spells. by the
4.
way.
2 first level spells.
I believe.
Mm,
Twinning
no, I believe
allows you to
twin-
cast it twice. I don't think that it doesn't consume a spell slot. If
That'd
You
be
get you
broken.
don't. It doesn't consume a spell slot.
okay.
That's
it just
broken.
gets to target a second spell with a spell that would
No,
never
that's
target.
broken.
Okay.
That's insane.
Can't be used on AoE abilities.
What?
I was just, yeah.
17
Oh, you
points of
can't-
damage.
Christ.
Okay, wow, okay. So you reach out, black and green and purple energy coalescing at your fingertips as you grasp his shoulder. As he looks, you into his shoulder. The other one looks over at you. Okay, Vivian.
The other one that just looked over at him, I would like to polymorph.
Okay. Wisdom save. Is that a wisdom save?
Fucking turtle.
Control wizards.
And as I'm
25.
Oof.
Sorry, 23. So he.
and I'm gonna move 20 feet back.
10.
Right there, that's fine.
Okay. It is now
Don't look at
Iklet's
me.
turn, but you pass, I'm going to say. Okay?
Okay, cool.
It is the one that you attacked, and he is going to turn around. He's going to attack you twice with his glaive.
Let's go.
This is gonna hurt.
Miss. 20.
Is my armor class.
Okay, so
Shield.
that one hits.
No, I'm not gonna shield because I could literally inflict wounds, twin them 2 more times.
How? This is one of your first combats where you've had like fucking everything. huh?
Everything, because every time we have a combat, I'm always like,
You take
I haven't slept.
22 points of damage.
Okay.
As the first one off of your plate armor, the second one, as you think that he's going to go up high, he hooks it under your ankle, pulls it as it slices your Achilles tendon. You hear a pop as it shoots up into your calf. Okay? The other one is also going to maneuver around to get advantage. 17 plus 8, that hits. 16, so only one hits. Still, even with advantage. Great. $19 points of damage as this one goes for your other Achilles tendon, sort of shoves it down and pops the other Achilles. Okay, unfucking real. I saw what you grabbed. She's so itching to fucking use this shit in the middle of a crowd of other people. Okay, Yuffie.
I'm in a hall. I'm in an alleyway. I'm just saying.
It's my turn.
There are people behind you as well. There's crowds all around. What is that?
Fine.
It's my turn, right?
Yes.
Put it away.
Bonus action, I'm going to Bardic Inspiration, or give Dagmar's Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, so it's
You get
1d6.
1d6 to
Anytime.
Attack rolls. Or
attack
saving
rolls
throws.
or anything.
Yeah.
Yes, or to ability checks.
And we're gonna hit him with another one.
Okay.
2 Eldritch Blasts each. First, this
Wait,
one's the
what? Oh my god. Wait, what? Go ahead.
This one is to the one I hexed.
Okay.
That's 18. Nice.
Ah.
Second one. I only hit one of these. 8 plus 3, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second one,
Wow.
I know. 17.
That misses.
Wow. 18 armor class established.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so you only hit one of those?
Yeah.
Okay, so you, as only one manages to, like, almost like a really heavy and dense liquid goes across his chest, bruising it as it goes across. The other 3 off into the crowd somewhere, though it doesn't seem to hit anybody.
Good, okay.
Okay. It is now the Wood Elven Scout's turn. Stop it, please. This is not what we are supposed to be doing. That is what it is going to say. It is now Dagmar's turn.
Fuck. Alright. I am going to Sorry, guys. Fuck the high elves. We're going to. Well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Oh yeah. And then the high elves are gonna keep attacking me.
I don't know. You have words? Don't you have charisma?
No, go. What are you doing?
Yeah, what?
Meditate.
I do have
You
charisma.
guys just wanted to
Wait,
say
Bishop, wait a minute. What are you doing? Okay.
Would it be an action to speak?
Yes.
Could be a bonus action.
No.
Action.
Fine.
What are you doing?
Inflict wounds.
God damn.
Twinned.
Okay, on the guy in front of you.
On both of them.
On
It's
both of them, so you're gonna.
twin. Yeah, just.
Okay.
All right.
Do the Egyptian.
Yeah.
So that's a dirty 20 to hit the first one.
That hits.
And the second one, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration, because it would be a 15 to hit right now, which I don't think would be. So that would be dirty 20 to hit.
Wait.
Yeah, sorry. So
Okay,
dirty
both
20
of
to
those
hit
hit.
both?
Yes.
All right, so am I rolling damage for each one?
Yes. You're
Okay.
rolling damage for each one.
5, 8, for 17 points for the first one. 2, 8, 1. Only 11 points for that one, and then I'm also going to bonus action heal with my wind thing.
Second wind.
Second
Okay,
wind.
so you watch as Dagamaris, as the spot on his chest glows through the disguise, as both of them just begin to foam from the mouth as he touches them and then releases as his energy wanes.
I will move over towards Eupheme.
5, 10, how many?
Like, behind Eupheme.
Okay.
They must have
Both
hard.
of them take opportunity attack. That's a natural 19. And that's an 11 plus 8, 19.
Okay, so one hits.
One hits.
Alright.
10 points of damage.
Ooh, that's what we like to hear.
What'd you have?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So one of them out towards you. Okay. The Wood Elven Scout is going to look at you. Mumble something under a breath. It's going to fire at you.
Yeah.
Behind Eupheme?
So he has half cover, which is +2. Doesn't matter. 4 plus something doesn't hit at all as it passed your head. Okay. It's now Vivian's turn.
I am going to run as far as I can in between the Teldarai and Eupheme and Dagamaris.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as you can get.
Okay, and I just want to throw up my hands
Okay.
and I just want to scream, "Please forgive my companion. He is brazen when it comes to protecting small things. Please have mercy on us. Brother."
Persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay, I'll take it. I have +6 to persuasion. Thanks, Ivar.
Ivar, wait, what did Ivar do?
Ivar
Gave
gave
her
me
that.
+6 to persuasion.
Really?
Yeah.
And it took away intelligence?
The only card that I grew.
It was
He
like,
took away 3 intelligence
the card?
points.
Yeah.
It was the
that's
key.
Keep.
It was the
Oh.
key.
Yeah, that one. Throne gives me a keep and gives me extra
That's tight.
proficiency in
Where'd that
persuasion.
What do you think would keep at
Where'd that go?
Oh, disadvantage.
Yes.
Curse you. That is that's an 11.
Okay, so they don't seem to pay attention to you.
Oh God.
It is
Well,
now
I'm here.
Iklet's turn.
I'm
going to say that you hear the commotion at this point.
But okay, but there was when I ducked behind, there was fighting already still. Yeah. If there's at least if there's a crowd,
You
beginning-
see them starting to get a little bit closer as the fire is dying down and there's no more gunshots.
I do want Bads to turn into Raven and just like perch up on the building above me.
Okay.
But I'll just stay where I am.
Okay, sounds good. It is now the Tel'Darai turn. One is going to immediately just chase after Dagamaris.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is going to chase and attack Eupheme. So first, attacking Dagamaris. It's a natural 1 for the first attack. So, he slips the glaive. It is now on the ground, about 5 feet away from him. He has no weapon.
Oh.
And he cannot attack a second time. The other one is going to attack Eupheme. Natural 18 plus 9, plus 8, and 18.
I'll shield the second one.
Okay. 16 points of damage. Across.
Is this the
your
one I
hips.
hexed?
No.
Okay.
The one you hexed has no weapon right now. Eupheme, it is now your turn.
I'll like put up my arm kind of as it sinks into my flesh. And I'll use my action to say, we are only protecting their lives. If you wish to perpetuate their hate, then be as you are now.
Persuasion check with disadvantage.
Not terrible.
18.
Whoa. You went,
You went
Low roll.
You went,
18 is great.
Okay. It is now
Bonus action.
a bonus action.
I will cast Healing Word.
On whom?
Dagamaris.
Don't.
Are you stressing over here? Are you stressing over here? I only have it at first level, so.
That's okay.
Ooh, max. 8.
Nice.
Healing. That's what we like to hear.
The Wood Elven, or half Wood Elven, is going to put the bow down for a second. Dagamaris, it is your turn.
And I look at the one that's attacking me. We do not hurt the small creatures.
Persuasion check with disadvantage. I'll say flat actually because his was so high.
Also, I said no. Let me in. Let me help.
15.
Oh,
Yikes!
Yeah.
Natural 2, huh? Or natural 3?
Three.
Yeah.
Natural
Okay.
3.
15. Okay. The other half Wood Elf is going to drop her bow as well. It's now Vivian's turn.
Dagmar's doing attack, so I will just continue to stand with my hands up.
Okay.
Yes.
Icklid, you're just.
Do I hear them shouting?
No, in fact,
No.
the crowd is pretty significant. About 50 feet away from you, you see hundreds of people as the crowds have drawn from all of the outskirts of this area. And you see all of the refugees, all of the homeowners, all of the farmers gathering around sparsely. I'm talking about hundreds that wrap around, like maybe 200, 250 people surrounding, and all the murmurs, you can't really differentiate.
Can I slip into the crowd and then get to a spot in the crowd where I can see the commotion?
You can certainly try, although it would be hard with the crowd looking at you and seeing that you're there and wounded. Or you're not wounded at all. You didn't
Yeah.
make a performance check.
Okay. I'm just a scared little boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Make a performance check.
Bad little boys.
Oh,
What the
okay.
fuck?
It's a thing.
11.
11. Okay, so as you approach, they
It's a thing.
put out
Yeah, I
torches.
think you're
You see a couple people with like kitchen knives. Let's go down there, huh?
I don't know. I lost my brother. People started attacking.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah.
It is now the Tel'Darai turn.
Oh, come on. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
They drop their weapons. You Just because we aren't killing you doesn't mean you aren't going to prison. Get on your knees. Right now.
Fuck. Here we are again.
And I get on my knees.
Oh.
You as well. Get on your knees.
Fucking slow.
Yeah,
Half speed,
yeah.
yeah.
Half speed kneeling.
I go.
No, he's just tripping and having a hard time being dizzy. What are you doing?
He can't hear. He's like, I can't hear what the fuck you're saying.
You get on your knees? Okay, so they turn around. Kick you over into the dirt. One of them that you attacked, specifically pushes you on the ground. Feels different armor. Okay, that's interesting. He's going to pull your arms back so hard that you take 2 points of damage. You hear as your joints begin to tear a bit, and they clasp both of your wrists with irons. You're now out of combat.
Oh god, you're slowed. I don't know that you're slowed though.
The Tel'Darai, as they pull Eupheme up, look to the half-wood elven individuals. You get the small one. She's also under arrest.
Balls. No shit.
The half-wood elven individuals come up, the deserted, to you. Just follow our lead. And they clap you, clasp you behind.
Yeah,
Also,
you gotta take good sides of it.
clasp your hands together as well.
I think other than this prison thing, this turned out very well.
The mayor comes out eventually from the town hall. You remember him. Short, portly individual with a mustache. Tucks something into his neck.
Ooh.
Looks like a blue ascot,
yeah.
to you. What's going on here, gentlemen? Nothing of importance to you. All right. Sounds good. As the crowds begin to push in the Tel'Darai. Everyone, stand back. We have kept the peace. You hear, all you did was kill more humans. And why? They were just trying to get out of here. And why are you doing that to the king? All of them slowly pushing in. All of you stand back, or that right there, pointing to the woman, will be you next.
Oh, you.
All of you stand the fuck back. All of you. They all. Well, what? You gonna kill all of us? Huh? You gonna take all of us on? Huh? What? So we can die to Glaucon too? I'm telling you all, as they all begin to swarm even more. All 250 that surrounded all of them begin. Time slowing. The children you saw, running with them. Small knives. Dogs, cats, all their companions. Some riding on horses, some holding torches, some holding pitchforks.
I polymorph one.
Running past you. No, you
the
don't.
people?
You have your hands bound.
Oh, they
Can I
fully
use-
did it already?
Yes, they
I have a
bound
question.
you. Yes.
The one that I'm holding, or that's against me.
They push you away.
Oh, they did.
They
Okay.
push you
Never
to
mind.
the
Never
ground
mind. Okay.
as they
So I was about to be like,
Troll
inflict
their
wounds just behind my
blades.
back.
As one falls, one human falls to the ground, yet the other hundreds tackle him. Time goes quickly once more. You are tossed to the ground. The wood elves trying to pull you away. Dagamaris you as you are trampled, but they don't appear to be looking at you at all. And you hear as you see a hand land next to you.
Oh my god.
You hear the High Elves ripped apart. And that is where we're going to end it.
Christ. Welcome to Arc 2. Everything's bad. Everything's fucking awful. Oh my god. I'm gonna get a hernia, dude. I'm so stressed out.
Hey, fuck around.
Oh. We'll see what happens next week. Same time, 6 p.m. Saturday, PST. If you just tuned in, you can catch all the abridged episodes and every full episode leading up to this point over on our YouTube, clips and fun bits over at our TikTok, and handouts on our website. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week. Have a
Wow. Good night. Love you.
Just the fun bits.